Some reason Rumble didn't go through tonight, man. There's no show on Rumble unless this goes down for some reason. So I don't know what happened with the Rumble stream. What's up, everybody? Yeah, something happened with Rumble. Yeah, Rumble racist, man. That's the only thing that could explain it, man. Rumble got to be racist. That's the only thing that would explain it. I'm black. Something didn't go my way. It's racist. How's everybody doing? Everybody in the building, man. Shout out to the early crowd, man. The early birds is getting the worm, man. The early birds out here getting the worm, man. The early birds out here getting the worm. Pause. Press 1 if you an early bird that's getting the worm, man. Well, my early birds is getting the worm. Press 1, man. Well, my early birds, man. Yeah, man. That's what's up, man. Get that worm, man. Get that worm. Brown Sugar in the building. What's up, Brown Sugar, man? What you been up to, man? We're going to drop the link, man. I want you to come up, man, when I drop this link, man. Oh, y'all can hear me doing laundry? Let me turn this off, man. I didn't know y'all could hear this, man. I didn't know y'all could hear that. I didn't know y'all could hear that. Yeah, everybody hit the like button. Let's get 100 likes, man, so we can bring Brown Sugar up, man. 100 likes, man, so we can bring Brown Sugar up on the so I can drop the link, man. And we can see what Brown Sugar been up to lately, man. Everybody just hit the like button, man. We need 100 likes, man. That's all. Just 100. Just 100. Just 100.
A son arrested for allegedly killing his mother on Christmas Eve. Police say the suspect stabbed her to death in a Massapequa apartment. News 12's Carmen Grant is tracking all of the new details.
Why did you stab the lady? Jeremy Emmanuel Lopez Ramirez kept quiet as he was led.
That's a big old fucking hombrito, man. That's a big old Dominican, man. Big old Dominican, man. They got a lot of sun in them, man. Them Dominicans got a lot of sun in them.
Why did you stab the lady? Jeremy Emmanuel Lopez Ramirez kept quiet as he was led out of Nassau County Police Headquarters in Mineola today. The 27-year-old is accused of killing his mother, Josefina Ramirez Montero, inside her Massapequa apartment on Old Sunrise Highway on Christmas Eve.
On this particular evening, it was just him and his mother at the house. Jeremy and his mom was baking some food for dinner. Jeremy left to go to a laundromat. And when he came back, he attacked his mother.
Authorities say Ramirez stabbed his 57-year-old mother multiple times in the chest and abdomen area. She was found in the living room by police. As we reported, she died at the hospital. Police have not released a motive.
Unknown what provoked him to attack his mother, but based on his history and his violent nature, anything could have set him off.
Nassau County Police say Ramirez has a lengthy criminal history dating back to 2018, which includes attempted murder, assault, and criminal possession of a weapon.
He's been arrested for assault second, criminal possession of a weapon, where he beat somebody with a hammer and a belt.
Authorities say he was released in January of this year after serving between 1 to 3 years behind bars. They say his mother took him in. Police say there was no reports of domestic violence abuse inside the Massapequa home. Neighbors were shocked to hear what happened.
I think it's a horrible thing that a son could do something like that to his mother.
Neighbors are probably feeling much relief to know that they could walk now without having to worry that this person is captured.
Carmen Grant, News 12 Long Island.
Ramirez is charged with second-degree murder. He is being held without bail. His next court appearance is scheduled.
Tonight, we are getting a look at the area where a Tennessee teen was found in Tangipahoa Parish after she...
Hit the like button, man. Smash the like button, man. 100 likes, man. I'm going to drop the link, man. 100 likes, drop the link. Tell me how many likes I got, too, chat.
Tonight, we are getting a look at the area where a Tennessee teen was found in Tangipahoa Parish after she was dumped there by a man she met online. The case spans several states and parishes.
Yo, Abe Lincoln, man. She done met Abe Lincoln online, man. I thought Abe was into freeing people, man.
The case spans several states and parishes, including St. Charles, Tangipahoa, and Jefferson Davis. WGSU reporter Jonah Gilmore is near Ponchatoula with the new details on the multi-parish investigation and explains the role her parents played in finding her safe.
He did cross state lines with this juvenile.
A Tennessee teen is back with her family after being found in a wooded area in Tangipahoa Parish.
Why he chose that location, no rhyme or reason.
According to Sheriff Gerald Sticker, the girl met 28-year-old Alexander Matern online, chatted with him, and made plans to meet. A report details Matern drove from St. Rose to Tennessee, picked up the child, and brought her back to his home in St. Rose.
The whole thing just doesn't hold water. You drive all the way to Tennessee to meet someone and bring them back here for the sole purpose of having sexual intercourse.
The sheriff says the teen allegedly revealed her age after intercourse, and instead of calling police, Matern drove to Tangipahoa Parish.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't calling police. If I accidentally smash a young girl, and listen, this wasn't an accident, but let's just say you smash a young girl. You're not calling the police, man. Crazy. Hey, man. This is 911. Yeah, man. I just want to report, man. Listen, man. I ain't know, man. She told me she told me she was like 18, but I just smashed this 14-year-old, man. Need you to send a unit over here, man. Send a unit over here because I just accidentally smashed the 14-year-old, man.
All the way to Tennessee to meet someone and bring them back here for the sole purpose of having sexual intercourse.
The sheriff says the teen allegedly revealed her age after intercourse, and instead of calling police, Matern drove to Tangipahoa Parish and left her in the wooded area.
He led us to a location here just outside the Ponchatoula community off Charbonnet Road. Back in the woods, there was a tent, and inside of that tent was that 14-year-old female.
We took a walk into the woods and actually found that tent. You can see there's a case of water and bug spray still inside this tent. Yo,
he was a gracious host, man. He fed her, man, gave her a tent, man, like it's a blanket in there. Shout out to dude, and more importantly, he didn't whack her, man. This dude should be commended, man. I'm sure her parents are happy that she took her rather than somebody else, man.
Her age after intercourse, and instead of calling police, Matern drove to Tejapahoe Parish and left her in the wooded area.
He led us to a location here just outside the Ponchatoula community off Charbonnet Road. Back in the woods, there was a tent, and inside of that tent was that 14-year-old female.
We took a walk into the woods and actually found that tent. You can see there's a case of water and bug spray still inside this tent, located in the wooded area just yards away from homes.
We see 4 cops parking right here, and we were wondering what was going on.
Brandon Bill says he saw sheriff's deputies go into the area Christmas evening and watched as they walked out with the child.
She just had her head down, you know. I didn't really get to look at her face. You know, she had looked like she had pajamas on. And, you know, she was just real calm. So I guess she might have been scared.
He says hearing of something like this breaks his heart, considering he also has a 14-year-old child.
I'm just glad.
Yo, she was snapped up, man. She had Spam, tuna, ravioli. Yo, homie did the damn thing, man. Look, she ate the Vienna sausages, man. She got down with that Spam too, man. Little greedy ass little girl, man.
Hearing of something like this breaks his heart, considering he also has a 14-year-old child.
I'm just glad they found her and she's fine and not hurt.
Sheriff Sticker calls the girl's safe return a miracle, urging parents to be mindful of what their children are doing and who they're talking to.
Be in your kids' business. Be aware of what they're doing online. Following up on them, and never, ever say, not my child.
Jonah Gilmore, WDSU News.
Well, I'll be.
Our top story tonight, 3 people.
Jamaican joint. We already know the race of these people. Give me 100 likes, man. I can drop the link. Do we got 100 likes yet? How many likes we got? I'm gonna drop the link, man. Do we have 100 likes? Tell me we got 100 likes, man. Yeah, Chicago 102. All right, man. Good. All right, I can drop the link, man. There we go.
Our top story tonight, 3 people arrested in Oak Forest following a stabbing at a restaurant. And good evening, I'm Timon Bradley.
And I'm Jackie Bang. WGN's Christine Flores is live at the scene with the latest. Christine.
Right, jerk choice. God, dog. That's nasty work. Jerk choice. Jeez.
And Jackie, good evening. Now, that incident happened in the restaurant you see behind us here known as Jamaican Jerk Choice. It's located in the middle of the strip mall. At this time, all other businesses in the area are back to operating as usual. Meanwhile,
I bet you can go in there anytime and they don't have. I bet you there's no time you could go in there and everything on the menu will be available. Maybe half of the menu is available at the most at any time.
We did talk to some other shop owners and customers who tell us things like this just don't happen here.
Yeah, it doesn't happen. We've been here for 3 years now, and we're open sometimes 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, and we don't have issues. Our doors stay open.
Nicole Branson owns the exclusive Pora business at the end of the strip mall where police say the stabbing happened.
Very sorry for the individuals involved.
According to Oak Forest Police, it was around 2 Saturday afternoon when officers responded to a disturbance at the Jamaica Jerk Choice restaurant. Once on scene, police found several people with stab wounds and took 3 people into custody.
They have really good food. I've been to Jamaica, and I feel like these guys have better jerk chicken here than in Jamaica. I think it is a family-owned business. They're busy. They're hardworking people.
According to police, those injured.
Yo, I mean, this is sad that somebody got stabbed, but this is turning out to be a good commercial for their business, man. Right, Mr. Philly?
What you want? What you want? Yeah, good advertisement, bro. What's up?
Yeah, man.
Into custody.
They have really good food. I've been to Jamaica, and I feel like these guys have better jerk chicken here than in Jamaica. I think it is a family-owned business. They're busy. They're hardworking people.
According to police, those injured were treated at a hospital.
I just hope that whoever got stabbed is okay. And I mean, as far as the people that were wielding the knife, I mean, was it worth it?
Hey, if you looking for a job, man, any on burritos, man, because they only got on burritos in the kitchen at Jamaican joints. So any on burritos, man, any illegals, migrants looking for a job, man, Jerk Choice is hiring, man. What's up, Mr. Philly? What's happening, man?
Ain't nothing, man. Just chilling, man. You know, trying to get myself together from all that traveling and shit. That's about it.
You finally back home, man?
Yeah, man.
How long you been home?
What, for about 2 weeks now?
Oh, wow. Yeah, man.
Yeah, just in time for my birthday, too.
So, what is your birthday?
On the 1st.
Oh, wow. You on a world tour. Well, my man, right?
Yes, sir.
Man. So, yeah, man, that's good, man. We got to tune in on your birthday, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm ready to do some music this next coming year, man. I think we might have to work on something, man. You kind of ghosted me on the last year, but I know you busy. I know you had a lot going on. Now that you home, man, we gotta work on something, man.
Listen, I'm down. I'm ready, man. You know I got tons of stuff in a vault. So
but I need you to make the beat around the lyrics. I don't need the beat that you already made. You feel me?
Okay. Yeah, no problem. You can start from scratch.
Yeah, I got you. I think I got your email in there, but email me again if you get a chance. But yeah, man. Let's get it cracking, man.
Police are saying this was an isolated incident and there is no threat to the public. At this time, no word yet on any charges.
Isolated incident, man. No threat to the public. AKA, niggas was arguing and, you know, this shit just popped off, man. You know how it goes.
A Milwaukee man is arrested.
Let's see.
A Milwaukee man is arrested in Kentucky after police there say he shot 2 women and killed one of them. That happened Friday morning. But as our Stephanie Quirk explains, the crimes he's accused of actually started Christmas Day right here in Milwaukee. Steph's here now in studio.
Yeah, Sam, 23-year-old Roosevelt Davis is in custody in Kentucky right now, charged with murder. But court documents say the guns he used in this shooting were bought with money stolen in Milwaukee.
It was closed for the Christmas holiday, but around 6 o'clock that night, Milwaukee police say someone broke into this bank on the city's north side and stole an undisclosed amount of money.
It's just out of hand. There's no respect for human dignity whatsoever.
But it was what the suspect, now identified as 23-year-old Roosevelt Davis, did next that led police out of state to make an arrest. Early Friday morning, Kentucky State Police say Davis forced his way into a home in Springfield, a city roughly 60 miles from Louisville. and shot 2 women. One of the victims, his girlfriend, died. The other was hurt. Later that day, an officer pulled over a car wanted in connection to the shooting. Police say they then arrested Davis, who was behind the wheel.
He killed
A big old Negro, man.
It's crazy.
Yeah, man. Jesus Christ.
In the wheel.
He killed people in Kentucky?
And the link to both of those crimes, according to the Kentucky State Police, was Davis himself. Court documents say he told police he broke into the bank and stole the cash, which he then used to buy 2 guns and camouflage. Davis then told police he drove to Kentucky, quote, for the purpose of killing the victims. The news came as a surprise to Prime Financial Credit Union's customers Saturday.
Well, thank goodness they found him.
The bank's website says the branch is now temporarily closed. Meanwhile, Davis is being held in the Shelby County, Kentucky jail on charges of murder, attempted murder, and burglary.
White people
Prosecutors have charged a 27-year-old Milwaukee man with shooting and killing 2 men earlier this week. Valentine Santana, you see there, appeared in court on 2 counts of first-degree reckless homicide and other charges. Prosecutors say Santana shot and killed 36-year-old Rodney Walls and 24-year-old Deontay Long while the 3 rode in a car Monday afternoon.
2 brothers, man. What's up, Brown Sugar? What's new, man?
Hey, how you doing, Op?
What's up?
Nothing much.
You good?
Yeah, I'm real good.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome, man. How's your holidays going?
It was pretty good. We had a good holiday season.
What'd you get your husband for Christmas, man?
Bought him a PS5 because we had him one, but my oldest son took over it, so I just got him one of his own.
Oh wow, that's right, man. You a good wife, man. What'd you get?
He gave me a large sum of money.
Oh wow. So in addition to getting his check on payday, he gave you more money?
Yeah, he gave me
Wow.
a lot of money.
Damn, I ain't give my wife nothing.
Oh wow.
Hell nah, man. She ain't give me nothing either. It was all about the kids.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I may get her something though, cause she act like she got attitude and shit. Even though she ain't give me shit. But yeah, so yeah. When was the last time you was on the show? Was that this summer?
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a minute.
Okay. Yeah. Ain't nothing changed. Oh yeah. What do you? Go ahead.
No, I've been like when you come on at night, I'm asleep. Like,
Right.
yeah, I'm knocked out, so I'm not gonna even lie to you. But I still try to catch you, like, your pre-recorded videos. I watch it, skim through every once in a while. Yeah.
Who did you vote for?
To be honest, I didn't even vote this year. And first of all, I couldn't find my driver license, and so I didn't. Yeah, I know, but I wasn't in my heart. I was not gonna vote for Kamala. Okay.
But you didn't need a driver's license in New York. I don't think you need a driver's license.
Oh well, I didn't know.
Jesus Christ! If you would have lost, man, I'd have been cussing you out right now, man.
I knew he was gonna win, and I didn't want to vote this year, and I couldn't find my license, and I just had too much going on. I just really didn't give a fuck about the election, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
But I'm glad he did win. So.
Okay, you glad he won? Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
That's
good. Cause I don't understand how could people vote for Kamala? Like, she didn't do anything when she was vice president, and it's like, how could you expect her to do anything for the next 4 years?
She a black woman though, right?
No, she's not black. We won't even like her in the hood. She's all light skinned and long hair. We won't, man, please.
There's plenty of light skinned people in the hood.
I just fucking with you.
Yeah, well, yeah, man. But I mean, like, do you really not think that she's black? Seriously?
She looked like a black auntie, the drunk one with them big pop eyes.
Do you think, like, from what you've known about her, what is, like, What do you think? Like, just honest.
I think, to be honest, I think like, I mean, she did go to a black college. She pledged,
What do
AKA.
that got to do with her being black, man?
I mean, I don't know no white people that at HBCUs like that.
There's a lot of them. There's tons of them, and tons
Well,
of
I didn't.
Indians too.
Well,
Yeah, it is.
oh, it is. Oh, okay. I don't know. I didn't go to
Yeah.
HBCU.
Now, don't get me wrong. It's majority black, but there's plenty of
I
others.
mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. She don't act black to me.
No, but what is just her like? So will you determine whether somebody's black by something other than DNA and something other than phenotype? You determine black by like how the way you act. It's
No,
like it's like a
honestly,
vibe.
no. Like I grew out of that. Now that I got older, I just see her as a woman that is Indian and black, and I won't vote for her. I wouldn't vote for her. I don't know. I don't. Now that I'm in a more diverse society, from being in Blackistan, and I'm more in a diverse area, I really see people for people, and yeah, I don't know.
Okay, black woman, man. We just trying to understand black women a little bit more. I don't think anybody walked away from this understanding y'all anymore. But yeah, man. Salute to the black women, man. Everybody give Brown Sugar a welcome back, man. Hit the sevens in the chat if you happy Brown Sugar back, man.
Rodney Walls and 24-year-old Deontay Long. Well, the three rode in a car Monday afternoon. That car crashed into a pole near 38th and Nash. Hours later, Santana was arrested after a miles-long high-speed car chase with Milwaukee police.
He kills two people. He flees. He has a prior record for fleeing. This is a bad fleeing. He has a history of convictions. Based on all these factors, the high cash is appropriate.
A court commissioner set Santana's bond at $300,000. He's due back in court next week for a preliminary hearing. A Milwaukee community is mourning the deaths of two teens.
Yeah, you ain't know Bria was up there in Milwaukee, did you?
I see her. She lost some weight. Her shoulders went down.
Yeah, she looking good, man.
Bria look good. She beautiful. And you know what? She deserved to be out of Memphis. Like, for real.
Yeah.
She look all happy. Look at that. She look good. She look real good.
The stress of being in Blackistan adds pounds to sisters, right?
She glowing. Her jewelry and makeup on point. She look real good. She look real beautiful. She look good.
Yeah, I know she got her a man up there, somebody up there, and it was real warm this winter, man. Dude up there in Milwaukee, man.
Yeah, she making some man very happy. She looks happy.
Yeah.
They were killed Christmas Day. Tonight, a friend of one of the victims reflects on the tragedy.
There's no way this is real.
At loss for words.
Not HCL, no, not him.
Mimi Trujano reflects on the passing of her best friend.
I thought that was a straight up sun turd, man, when he started talking. That's a hombrita.
Not HCL, no, not him.
Mimi Trujano reflects on the passing of her best friend, Ezequiel Rivera.
He was kind-hearted. He always made sure to make you laugh if you were down.
15-year-old Rivera and 18-year-old Naya Vasquez were shot and killed just before 11:30 Christmas morning near 37th and Scott in Milwaukee.
I can't imagine what his mom is going through. I mean, he loved his mom so much. He loved his family.
Neighbors tell us several gunshots were heard before a car crashed into another and ended up on someone's porch.
Just make it known to everybody Milwaukee, justice.
Now, family and friends are paying their respects by placing black and purple balloons, candles, flowers, and prayers.
It's a tragedy. I mean, when young lives are lost that way, it's really not something that I can really even comprehend, someone so young losing their life.
It's a tragedy that hits close to home for Milwaukee County Supervisor Juan Miguel Martinez.
We wouldn't be having these issues if our communities had the resources that they need.
While this remains an ongoing investigation.
See, y'all, they sound just like black people, man. Give us some free stuff and we'll promise our kids to stop killing each other.
This is so sad that this is sad.
Resources that they need.
While this remains an ongoing investigation and police still search for a suspect, today he stands alongside his niece, who leaves this message.
I want everybody to just know his name and know that it's not right that kids are dying back to back like this.
In Milwaukee, Abril.
Damn, it's sad, man. Shit.
That's sad. Rest in peace.
Psychological.
You say what?
This shit is psychological, man. They being inundated with so much shit like these kids are. It's insane. Like they have no self-awareness, no self-identity, they just lost, man. They lost.
Yeah, man. That's true, man. That is true, but I think it's DNA though. I still think it's DNA.
We are following two developing stories for you right now at Destiny USA. The mall closed this morning for what is being called a security concern. It's reopened since. Police haven't yet defined what that threat is. They tell us there has been an arrest, and the decision to close was out of an abundance of caution. There was a large police presence, as you can see at the mall, with state police even blocking driving entrances. Syracuse Police Chief Joe Cecil will be holding a press conference momentarily. We will get to that in a moment. But first, we're also following a developing story out of Oneida County. The state attorney general's office just releasing shocking body cam footage showing a graphic portrayal of prison officers punching, kicking an inmate who later died. State Attorney General Letitia James releasing that disturbing body cam video showing the beating that preceded the death of 43-year-old Robert Brooks, an inmate at Marcy Prison in Oneida County. Brooks died earlier this month. News Channel 9's Ashley Caparo now sharing that video with us. Ashley.
Yeah, Christy, the state AG's office confirming Robert Brooks was transferred from Mohawk Correctional Facility to Marcy Correctional Facility on December 9th. Now, less than 24 hours later, he would be dead. I did watch the video, and it's graphic. It shows Brooks being kicked, punched, and at one point partially stripped, all while being handcuffed. Just before 9:30 on December 9th, body cam video shows.
So here's my thing. This is for them to have his arms raised. Like, there's a reason they're doing that. Like, that's just not normal how, people being detained are, are transported with their head down and their arms up. He did something to make them feel like this was the safest way for them and him to transport him. What do you think about that?
Some inmates are assholes and just like want to go limp body just so you can carry them in like that. Sometimes, not all the time.
When you were doing that job, did you know any like people that like were involved with that just like wanted to just beat up inmates, like not for nothing, just for no reason, like just enjoyed that?
Well, I know okay. Some officers I work with that they were white. And I know y'all don't like for me to use the R word, but they was racist.
Nah, you can use the R word, man.
Okay, so I mean, he was this particular officer was racist, but he was a little off too. He was a little weird, and he was saying he would just want to, for some reason, escalate a situation with an inmate just to fight him, just to try to pick a fight. I guess he just want to fight him for whatever reason. But there was just that one officer. I never had like a bunch of officers, on that.
Well, you wouldn't say it was prevalent.
No, not when I was working. No.
Okay.
9:30 on December 9th, body cam video shows Robert Brooks in handcuffs being led into the infirmary at Marcy Correctional Facility. Corrections officers are then seen carrying Brooks into the lobby. He is then taken to a medical exam room. There are multiple corrections officers surrounding Brooks. A few minutes into the video, we see the beating begin. Video showing a guard.
What could have done? What could have started these men to do this, knowing they're on camera?
Nothing. I mean, it's against policy. He's restrained. There's no reason to even do this, really.
Yeah, I know there's no reason, but what I'm saying is, like, if you could think of something, like what could have.
The only thing I could honestly think, if like for them to get so angry, maybe he bit somebody, headbutt somebody, or spit in somebody.
Yeah, I was thinking the spit thing. I was thinking spit.
I would
A
think
few minutes into the video,
headbutt, or
we
biting.
Yeah.
see the beating begin. Video showing a guard begin punching Brooks while other corrections officers are seen looking on. Video then shows guards holding Brooks down while another guard appears to kick him in the groin. Multiple officers continue to hit and punch Brooks. Video also appears to show a guard grabbing Brooks by his throat and picking him up while another guard continues to hit Brooks in the stomach with a shoe. Now, Brooks was taken to a Utica hospital.
It's just wild that you're on camera, like.
It is. That's what I'm like, man, these folks don't give a fuck. And they don't, I mean, they don't care.
It's like when the black people act like assholes knowing that the cop got a body cam. It's almost like we got so many cameras around us so much that we're desensitized to cameras. There's no change in behavior because of cameras, which is good. I think that's a great thing because I want to see the real. It's just like I said, like all these black people acting like jackasses with the cops. I want to see the real, just like this. I mean, I'm trying to think though, like a black person who's being detained or arrested, criminal, whatever the fuck, piece of shit, has really nothing to lose in that situation. In this situation, these guys being professional correctional officers, they had a lot to lose.
And they were older. Like, I'm thinking, I'm looking at like 18-year-olds or 21-year-olds. Like, these men, like, they're in their 40s and 50s.
Right. Shout out to LRS, man. Shout out to salute to you, man. Salute to who is that, man? Dre? What the fuck is up, man?
Hey, what's
yo, you snoring and shit? What the fuck is going on?
No.
Yeah. What's good?
Okay, you can hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. When I see this video, right, because I worked in this field for a long time. When I see this video, we were talking about, you guys were mentioning about like their motivation for doing this to homeboy. He must have violated in a major way. I'm talking about probably some feces squirted it on an officer. It might have gotten his eye or his mouth, something real disgusting. And
how could he have done that when he's restrained like this?
He probably did it like the previous day or a couple of days before. He could have violated and hurt an officer like a good guy. These are the things that go on a regular basis. These guys are real degenerates. These are the things that go on in prison. And it is what it is. Like if you violate, we getting ready to figure you out. We get ready to figure it out. I hope whatever you giving out in there, you got to be able to take it too. And really, it's just his physical body couldn't take what he was probably giving out in jail, in prison.
Yeah, I get this. This guy's a piece of shit. He was in there. He was arrested for stabbing a woman a bunch of times. Now, but here's the thing. The part about being on camera, like the body cams, what makes them behave like this, knowing that, or did they not know that somebody would have had a body cam? Because I don't think correction officers wear body cams, right?
Yes, they do.
Correct. In some places, I guess that they do. These dudes knew that the body cams were on. I think that administration in that jail knows that this guy is a raggedy piece of trash, and they probably didn't think anything would come of it. They did not mean to kill him. They meant to give him good work for whatever he did. but they didn't mean to kill him. It just so
It
happened
was a
that
public place. It was outside of the jail. Like they brought him to an infirmary. So he's no longer in the prison, right?
right.
So
Well,
now
it
you're
seems
bringing.
well, it seems that he's not in the prison, but in jails they do have an infirmary there. But
Okay,
I can't tell whether he's inside or he's not.
He might be in the
I got you.
infirmary. He might be in the infirmary, maybe.
Okay, I got you. But now, yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure but he's not. He's not like on a tier or in a cell or nothing like that. So he's in a place where there's other witnesses, there's other like people can hear. Like it just seemed like they took their policies or their their unspoken rules in front of cameras and into a place where it may not be acceptable. And I just don't understand why a white man in 2024 would not know that you can't do that.
That's the part that gets me too. You can get this guy together in a different situation. We're not doing this on camera. We're not doing this on body cams. We can do this a different. If either either let it go or you can't do nothing like this on camera. You can't do, and you need to be paying close attention because you don't want to injure a guy fatally. You don't want that. You just want to help him get himself together. Because whatever he's doing can no longer happen. We not doing that. I promise you, we're not doing whatever he did. I promise you, we ain't doing that. But you can't overly work the guy.
You can't. Okay. First of all, you can't beat up an inmate. Like, if it's self-defense, yes. He's handcuffed. They put him on the stretcher or on the bed, and they start punching him. Whatever he did in the pod is out the door. He's handcuffed, sitting down, and they just start punching him. They broke their policy immediately. You don't. Ain't no such thing as handling.
All right,
together.
joining us now, Dave Aaron.
Yeah, I agree. Let's see what MSNBC.
All right, joining us now, Dave Ehrenberg, state attorney for Palm Beach County, Florida. Dave, obviously it's early. We've got limited information in this case, but as we look at that very disturbing video from the officers' body cameras, what do you expect New York's Attorney General to be looking at here? What charges could these officers be facing?
Well, thank you for having me. This is really disturbing, and the Attorney General's office is on it. I do think you'll see criminal charges coming. It's also much easier to fire the employees if criminal charges are filed because the union otherwise can keep these employees hired if there are no criminal charges filed. So I think that the AG's office will be looking at everyone's active involvement to see if they did anything. Remember in the George Floyd case, you had all the officers charged, even though not all of them put their hands on George Floyd. So if you prevent someone from doing something or in any way enable them, then you could be charged. Now, it's tougher for someone who's just standing there and watching. There's, as far as I know, no good Samaritan law that requires you to take action, but you can be fired. And so I think they're looking to see what kind of affirmative actions were taken by the officers here. They could be charged from anywhere from battery to murder.
And we heard in that package there's no audio on that video because the officers failed to properly activate their body cameras. Are there repercussions for that? Do officers get punished for not, doing what they're supposed to? There's a reason those body cameras are there.
Correct. I do anticipate they'll be punished internally, that they'll face internal discipline because it is a requirement to activate your body camera. And also it can be used against you in court if someone is charged with a crime. It shows perhaps consciousness of guilt. Why didn't you turn your camera on? You knew the rules because you knew you were about to engage in something improper, perhaps illegal. So that's why it comes into play. But as far as failure to turn on your body camera, that in itself would not be a crime, but it would at the very least face internal discipline.
Got it. I want to turn now to another big headline today, and that.
Yeah, these guys are cooked, man. This is the prosecutor. This is the prosecutor. You know her, right? Don't you know this shit?
Earlier this month, an investigation was launched into the death of an inmate at Marcy Correctional Facility just outside of Utica. Today, the Attorney General releasing body cam footage of an incident leading up to that man's death.
Also, the investigation has led to one corrections officer resigning, 13 others being suspended.
WNY's Alicia Solorzano tells us more about the investigation into the matter. Alicia?
Nick, Renata, the footage released this afternoon is from the body cameras of 4 New York State Department of Corrections and Community Supervision officers who were present during an altercation between officers and Robert Brooks that allegedly led to his death. And we want to warn viewers that some of the footage you're about to see that was released by state officials is very graphic.
Their loved ones.
Yeah, that's Letitia. She
In
coming
general, I
after
release
Trump.
these videos because I have a responsibility.
Yeah, exactly. She went after Trump. She woke. She's super woke.
The
But
only
she
thing that
actually
gets
got a
me,
case right here, though.
the only thing that gets me is that they had their body cams on. You cannot do this, and that's you need to understand what the rules are and operate within that parameter. One way to do things is if someone you're allowed to defend yourself. You don't have to sit there and get beat on. You are allowed to defend yourself and win that situation. But these guys with the body cams, and these guys know this. There's 20-year guys in that room. There's 27-year guys in that room that know this. He must have done something to where they was like, yo, all bets is off. We'll just retire if it get out.
But it don't matter what he did. He's handcuffed. He's not an imminent threat at that moment, and he's sitting down, and they start punching him.
They attack officers when they are in the most vulnerable state. No. Listen.
I'm still in my field. I'm still an officer. I
Okay,
understand.
listen. They attack officers when they're in their most vulnerable state. That's what they do. They attack officers when they're in the most vulnerable state. They come up behind an officer and give them $150 over some shit that happened 3 weeks ago with another inmate. A different inmate will come behind him and cut his face open. So and here's the thing though, like officers like Brown Sugar, if she walks past his cell and he squirts feces and it gets in her mouth, Brown Sugar will be a different person than what she's saying right now. She'll lose it.
How you know I never been through this situation? Not feces, but still, I wear my mask. I wear my
You got
gloves.
shot with a Glock dookie. You got a Glock dookie to the face,
No,
Brown
it
Sugar. That's
wasn't-
why they
it
call you
wasn't-
Brown Sugar.
It wasn't feces.
Hey, yo.
But I have things thrown at me and all type of stuff. And yes, you will get angry, but you have to remain professional. You have to remain professional and go through.
Brown Sugar
You have to,
applying for a sergeant position or something, but
because no, you have to remain professional, because in the end of the day, you lose your cool, you're gonna be treated way worse than this inmate, because they look at you at a higher. You have more. They put you in a higher pedestal. I mean, you
You had to
you're an
have some restraint.
officer. Yeah, you're an officer.
yeah, I've been in situations where
They expect you to be able to handle that environment. When you go in, I go in to work, and I always be like, "Hey, I might get assaulted. I hope I don't get boo-boo stuff thrown on me." I don't know. I don't go in just think it's gonna be a cool day. I think about the worst. But I have to know, hey, if this happened, remain professional, because I don't know about you. My paychecks look nice, and I want to keep them.
yes, I've been in situations where it was crazy, and I've stopped guys on camera. I've stopped guys. No, grab an arm, get them up, and let's move them. I've stopped guys who was trying to do it on camera. I'm like, what are y'all thinking about? Like, nah, grab an arm, you swing around, grab his legs, get him up, and we move him to restraints. But it's something must have went on to where, because these dudes know that I'm not no special guy, and Brown Sugar ain't special in corrections. It's something must have happened to where these guys were willing to throw that out the window. Something had to happen, Brown Sugar. You know that they can't just live doing this type of work on people that are handcuffed. Nobody would even do that. Like if you handcuffed, it's pretty much over. Something else happened. Something else.
I got a question. Was there any other video cam footage from any of the other officers? Could that particular camera been mistakenly shut on or left on?
That's why I don't know. It don't. What
Yeah,
happened? Did an
I'm trying to
inmate?
understand it too.
Did an inmate get? I mean, did another officer get stabbed or stuck? Like, and
It could have been
the worst thing I could think of that he could have done that could have set them off is if they fellow officer was like stabbed or beaten, have it. But
severely
they,
injured.
yeah, but they didn't even they didn't report that. They would have said that he assaulted an officer and this is why that happened.
Now that's the thing about this tricky news. They would not have reported that. They would have they're trying to play it as if this is almost unprovoked. The guy just had a smart mouth. No, you're not, a 20-year guy is you're not throwing your career away over a smart goof ass mouth. It's something else severe had to. That's the only thing I could come up with. It's something else severe must have happened to where guys were willing to take the chance on beating him to within the inches of his life, because they didn't try to kill him. They tried to beat him to within inches of his life, and then have him in the infirmary and get him back better. You know what I mean? Something he must have violated in a crazy way. It had to be. It had to be a crazy way. Nobody cares about these dudes talking slick. Nobody cares about these dudes throwing food at you or acting stupid, not coming out they cell. Nobody cares. They don't care about that. Like, we'll be right back. You coming out your cell. We're gonna be right back. That's nothing.
Let's see what the prosecutor gonna say.
Video, especially in the middle of the holiday season. But as Attorney General, I release these videos because I have a responsibility and duty to provide the Brooks family, their loved ones, and all New Yorkers.
And to, like, you don't have no responsibility to release the video of some nigga getting beat to death, because now you tainted the jury pool and you've kind of convicted the officers in the court of public opinion. Like, she said she had to, like, that's weird. Like, this is weird. Like, you didn't have to do this. You could have just kept the video.
Tax dollars is funding, is paying for all this shit. So, I mean, I want to know what the fuck going on too.
I don't know.
I do not take lightly the release of this video, especially in the middle of the holiday season. But as Attorney General, I release these videos because I have a responsibility and duty to provide the Brooks family, their loved ones, and all New Yorkers with transparency and accountability.
At this time, it is unconfirmed why Mr. Brooks was transferred and taken to the medical room in the first place. And according to the AG, the officers did not activate their body cams.
The 4 officers had their body-worn cameras powered on, but did not activate them. So their cameras were recording video in standby mode without recording sound.
DOC's Commissioner Daniel F. Martiskello III condemns the act, calling it vulgar and inhumane. Martiskello adds that several steps are already being taken within the agency to ensure the safety of those in their care. He says, quote, "We have issued a memo to all facilities expanding our body cam policy effective immediately. It is the obligation of our correction officers to have their body cams activated and on any time they are engaging directly with our incarcerated population. We've also required daily audits to ensure that body cams are being activated and used within each facility." Additionally, Martiskello has been directed by Governor Kathy Hochul to begin the termination process for the 14 officers involved.
Yeah, what's the point of all that?
Yeah, look, he just kicked the man laying down. What I mean, why?
Why is the question. I got a homeboy who is a correctional officer in upstate New York. He's from Queens and he commutes. So I assume it's very close to New York City. And he said that when these guys come from Rikers Island and they come out there to do their time, they do have to get that Rikers Island out of them. That Rikers Island activity stuff out of them.
I'm done working in New York, just to let y'all know. I'm out of New York. I moved to another glider via, but
and he told me, like, as soon as they get there in intake, like, just all you gotta do is show a little bit of attitude and they're gonna go over the top on you. because they have to get that Rikers Island out of them in order to have them be able to live and function as a inmate in their prison.
Yeah, they gotta soften. They gotta season you like they did the slaves back in the day.
No, that's
Yeah,
not our job. Our job is not to get Rikers Island out of anybody. That man did not deserve that beating.
we don't know what he did. He might have. He might have killed the female
All right, joining
officer
us now.
by choking her from the back. We really don't know. He might have
Because
choked. He might have raped her and choked her, and now she's in a hospital for 3 months now. We don't know what he did. We
yeah,
don't know
but
what he
look,
did.
yeah, but now their life is ruined behind it. If he did do that,
Yeah,
they can't react in such a way where now they're jeopardizing their freedom, their paycheck, their family, their reputation.
I agree with you.
here goes son, man, in New York who got a story he want to tell about something that happened to him.
Back in July 6th, 2016, a busload of COs came into the correctional facility, Mid-State Correctional Facility, into the dorm 4H and assaulted numerous inmates in a horrible, brutal fashion. It's really one of those events that you don't want to remember, but how could you forget it? I got lower back injury that turned out to be diagnosed as a partial herniated disc. Went through several bouts of physical therapy in the following years. And really always looking over his shoulder, not being able to trust who was out there. A lot of the officers that were in that facility transferred to other facilities. So always concerned that if they spot you, that they might cause trouble for you in other facilities. So that's always a mental burden, and all kinds of forms of retaliation happen, not just physical, but just mental games, denials of things you might need, those type of things going on after such an incident. We were told, we were threatened that we weren't going to be using the phone, we weren't going to make any mail deliveries, no one was going out to see medical. So one of the phone cords there in the dorm were already cut. They had multiple phones. The other one was not cut, and one of our roommates named Romeo was insistent on using the phone to call his parents, people. When he went out there to use the phone, an altercation ensued. They beat him up, dragged him out of the dorm, and he never returned, and they came and packed him up. And that was the last we saw of him. Weeks after, still trying to deny medical attention. Some people were able to get down to there down to medical because he passed out on the walkway for not having their medication, and then they took him to the infirmary to get their medications that they were needing. So that was one way, but the situation was tense until we got the letter from Sylvan Miller, which was a cease and desist letter, and then things loosened up a bit, and then people will begin to be moved to other dorms, off the 4H dorm to other dorms around the facility.
What do you think about his testimony about what goes
This
on?
guy's he's a clown. You know what these inmates do? They threaten officers. They threaten to have someone meet you. This is in like city jails. I work in, they threaten to have a couple guys meet you as you pull out of work. They threaten to have guys follow you home, and everybody's getting busy nowadays in the city. Like they shooting it up for real. Everybody's throwing their life away, killing people. So you don't know if this guy's for real or not when they're threatening you like that.
I
So
don't have those problems. Thank
yeah, I
God.
can tell you haven't been in this situation. Like this is,
I don't, because I'm
I'm
so
talking about serious.
professional. Like they know, like I don't play with them, and I write them up, and I guess because I'm a black woman too, and I'm not like a bitch. I'm a bitch, but I'm not like a bitch for no reason, type of bitch at work with them. I don't know. I'm just blessed. I don't know.
It's and you know they getting out, and you hope they're not in your town, and you run into them at the gas station, because if it does, it could go down, and it's gonna go down real quick. But it's these guys run around in the jail. They're low lives. These guys don't do anything for the community. Their mother is tired of them. They threatened a girl. Homeboy was stabbing his ex-girl because she didn't want to be in a relationship and provide a home for him anymore. He's stabbing her up. You think a guy like that deserves 3 meals a day?
That's not, as officers, we're not the judge.
Yeah,
It's
I know. I
our
hear you
job.
repeating the handbook,
Okay,
but
but that's just the truth. It's simple. Our job is simple. Make sure they get their cot, their food, if they need medical. It's like simple. And then when shit break loose or hit the fan, handle your business, whatever. What crime that he did ain't got shit to do with me. That's between
I
him, the
don't.
judge, and God.
And I feel you. I don't even read that anymore. Like
I
I
don't
don't
give a
even read
fuck
their
what they
crime.
got in there for. I just go in there,
Yeah,
do my 8, hit the gate, follow policy, so I won't be behind those damn bars just like him.
right.
Because I don't want a lawsuit. I don't want to go to prison like those other officers is about to go to. This shit is real. Working in the prison is a liability. Any wrong thing can get you locked up. If they die
Some
and if they die and you didn't do your rounds within 30 minutes or an hour, however it's supposed to be, you're held liable.
this guy right here is a clown. He won't work. He won't get a job. He won't support his own self. He relies on someone else to do everything for him. And if they don't do it, he mad at the world. He'd be on the train setting somebody on fire. This guy's a goofball. There's different types of people in this world. And I know Brown Sugar, you know that from working in the jail. These people they need to be in the jail. They must
Yes,
be
a
there.
lot of them need to be behind bars. Absolutely. Some of them don't never need to come out. They're crazy. They're
Right.
weird. They're weird. They're crazy. Something wrong with
Yeah,
them. But you
yeah.
still
So
can't beat their ass handcuffed on camera.
And yeah,
yeah,
I agree with you. And that just makes me think that a wild violation happened. Homeboy violated in a wild way. That's the only thing I can say for reason why they did that.
Yo, I'm with Brown Sugar. If these son man wanna kill each other, what that got to do with me?
mm, yeah.
No, I
Let's.
said whatever they did before to get in prison ain't got shit to do with me and when I'm at work, because I'm not there to judge them off of that. I'm there to do what I got to do while they're inmates and while I'm an officer. I
Right.
don't know
That's what
what
I.
they kind. Yeah, whatever they did to get in there, it's already been.
Right.
They're already been
But
sentenced. It's I don't. It's nothing I can do about it. I can't add more time to them. Get them
no.
electric
But
chair.
but what I said, what you said, Brown Sugar. I literally said, if these son man wanna kill each other, what they got to do with me? I'm going home. Go
I
crazy.
get what I get what Wicked is saying. It's like sometimes they be beefing, and it's like, yo, I'm not getting in between that. I'm not getting in between that at all. You could
I
go
I
lock
report
I
it
know
in.
now.
I know
I
you're not
report it.
getting
I
in.
don't want. I
I know
try
you're not
to
getting
diffuse
you going hands on, Brown
situations.
Sugar. You going hands on with these goofies.
Going hands on with what? For what?
If you see one of these song words putting feet on another song word, you're putting
Honey,
them
I'm locked.
suplex
I'm
city.
running. I'm running out the pod, and I'm calling the code.
I know that's right.
Let's see what this guy got to say about it.
How's it going, people? How's it going? Welcome back. Thank you for coming to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate you. This video, if many of you heard it, it's been in the tabloids and it's been in the media, especially the past 48 hours, about correctional officers who beat to death a prisoner in Marcy Correctional Facility by the name of Robert Brooks. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that in a brief video. I was never in Marcy Correctional Facility, but I was directly across the street in a facility called Midstate Correctional Facility. And Marcy always had a reputation for the officers being abusive. There's quite a few.
Let me read the super chat. Salute to my man Louis Barrow. He says, as a son, man, how can I meet my glider queen? Do I just cold approach? Help me out. Yeah, cold approach. Glider women are used to being cold approach. She'll appreciate it because they never get that. So yeah, you'll be a you know what I'm saying, you'll be a pleasant her Prince Charming, her knight in shining armor.
Make sure her
This guy,
teeth look good.
Yeah, when she's
Yeah,
jogging, just jump out the bush and start on her.
yeah,
They love that shit.
exactly. Yeah,
Check her
yeah. That's
teeth.
the go cruising like 4:30 in the morning when the women are out jogging. That's the best time to get them because nobody else is around. You get to have get to talk to her in privacy. You don't have to worry about being nervous. Um, Now, this guy right here says, this glider, this is this is a piece of shit glider, a criminal and shit. But now he got a YouTube channel. Salute to him. This is his testimony of the prison of the jail where this guy got that work.
Few facilities that have that reputation, and they can be abusive in any facility. But Marcy Correctional Facility had the reputation for officers who were abusive to the prison population. So Robert Brooks was beat to death on December 10th by approximately 14 correctional officers, 14 on one. Okay. Robert Brooks was serving 12 years. A black man serving 12 years for stabbing his girlfriend. And he was, I think, 2017. He may have been convicted in 2017. And he was transferred to Marcy Correctional Facility just a day or two prior to the incident happening. So I would like to find out why he was transferred from whatever facility he was in. Because if he was transferred with a bad wire, and what that means is the facility that sent him to Marcy may have sent a message that he had a problem with officers, or the officers didn't like him, and that message traveled with him. I'm just speculating. That message traveled with him to Marcy.
Does that happen?
I've heard of that.
Anybody want to chime in on that, man?
What he say specifically?
He said that if the officers at the prison, because he was being transported to Marcy, so he obviously came from another prison. So is he saying if the officers at that prison put out a wire saying, "Yo, this guy's had a problem with us, so we need you to,
I can see that.
I mean, that's in the paperwork. I look through inmate stuff, the paperwork, and then let you know, hey, this inmate assaulted this officer, or masturbated to several female staff here. Like it's in their profile what kind of inmate you're getting anyway. So
But you know what? Even with this video in mind, right? Let's just keep in mind the fact how great of a country this is, right? Did you see what they were doing to the inmates in Syria? What they did to this brother, man, that was tame. You
It
heard me?
rarely happens too.
It rarely happens, man. Like what they doing to the inmates in North Korea and Mexico, so on and so forth, man. This is a great country. I don't give a fuck.
The best. Shout out to Bayar con Latinas, man. He says brown sugar on her mammy. Shit.
show the fuck is, and guess what? And this mammy gonna have her pension, unlike those white boys that beat their black men.
Mm.
How about that?
Why you gotta call them white boys though?
And then the Marcy
Why
Correctional
can't you
Officer.
call them
Cause
white
that's what
men?
they is. They're
Why
not
can't you call
men.
them
No,
white
no
men?
men handle their business and keep their jobs to provide for their
So,
family.
but
Those
but
some little ass whiny
no,
ass boys.
but hold up. I didn't hear you that talk when the Scorpion Squad was out on the loose. I didn't hear
I
you
cried
talking.
when Tyree Nichols got beat the fuck up. What are you talking
So
about?
so you call those brothers black boys? You probably call
Fuck
them black
them.
men.
I didn't
Okay,
call them
okay.
black men.
Just checking. I'm just checking. Where your head is at. My
What my
fault.
head is at, they both was wrong. Both of them are little ass boys.
Let me hear this guy, man.
Officers may have gotten their payback on Mr. Brooks. These were 14 officers that did this to him. There's a video online. You can see the video online. And part of these officers were the beat up squad, what they call the beat up squad. And the beat up squad, there was one of them in Attica too. They have different names, are a group of officers that are known to beat up prisoners. You know what I mean? They don't tolerate anything at all. It may be the slightest of infractions, and these officers decide to beat prisoners up.
I don't have a problem with that. I mean, like, I think that jail should not be cushy. Like, you're in there, you guys are in there. Jail should be as unpleasant as the law allows it to be. Um, and I don't have a problem with a goon squad in prison because the rules in prison are like, you know, you can't legislate fucking prison from a fucking desk, a bunch of nerds at a desk in another fucking office building somewhere. The guys on the ground got to make the rules too. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have a problem with a prison having a squad that beats the shit out of unruly inmates. Even though brown sugar, I know it's wrong. I know it's tricky. It can get people in a lot of trouble.
For those
Yeah, it
infractions,
can.
which is not only wrong, it's violent and it's against the law. They do it all the time in many facilities. The important thing here is that he was handcuffed. See, this prisoner was handcuffed in the hospital when they did this to him, or in the infirmary, and there is no excuse for beating to death a handcuffed prisoner. There is no excuse. If a prisoner is not handcuffed, then maybe there could be some justification. The officer says, listen, he attacked us. I was in fear for my life, or he was beating me up, or he had a weapon, or he's a violent felon and he's attacking me, and I had no choice but to defend myself, and I had to take his life during the course of that, right? Then it could become justifiable when you look at circumstances. It's of course possible. I've seen prisoners attack officers with a knife, and in that case, the officer has the right to do whatever he has to do to defend himself. I got you. But not a handcuffed prisoner. There's no exception right there. He's handcuffed behind his back. He's no threat. There's 14 officers.
Is that true that he's no threat when he's handcuffed?
Hell no.
Mm.
Definitely, you could definitely hurt somebody while you cuff.
Yo, it's
You can hit,
cracking.
you can headbutt somebody if you close enough to that person.
They could
Well,
spit on you.
let me just ask this question, like, and I'm gonna let you go, the white woman, whoever you are. Um, have you ever been like in front of an inmate, like, or like holding their arms behind their back, and they tried to squeeze your balls?
Nah.
But that's
No.
something that I seen a woman do on a video, and the cop punched her, and it seemed like the cop just punched her for no reason, like he was just detaining her, and then he just hauled off. I mean, he punched the shit out of her. Right, it was a black woman, and everybody's, oh my god! And then if you look down at if you just put it in slow motion, you can see her squeezing his balls, and like while he had her hand behind his back, and he was standing behind her. And it's like, little shit like that, like, could set somebody off to, like, because he was being calm and cool and shit, and then he turned into like fucking Marvin Hagler, just, you know what I'm saying? Like in an instant, like boom, you know what I'm saying?
The woman squeezed his privates. The officer squeezed the man privates.
No, the woman, he was detaining this woman. I think she shoplifted or something, and he had her arms, like, behind her back,
Oh, okay,
handcuffed.
I got you. I got you.
And then he just out of nowhere, I mean, he just started, like, I'm talking about, like, she was like she stole something, like boom, boom, boom. And it just it looked crazy. But then you could see her in the replay, you could see her squeezing his balls.
I
Okay,
know
well that's on camera. He okay then.
but
No,
He
what I'm
arrested.
saying is like, on this, for them to go that crazy out of nowhere, you know what I'm saying? Something like that could have happened. You did?
to, holding the handcuff, right? The person cuffed did some like fluky shit, fucked up their hand. Now they're injured for like half a year longer, because the chain link in the middle. You could hurt people still cuffed, man. And then these criminals they know how to maneuver the handcuffs. They know how to slip out of them if you're not careful. They don't they these motherfuckers are so flexible they could fucking put them from the back to the front. You know what I mean? You just gotta be careful with these dudes. You
The
know?
white woman. What's up, the white woman? What's up?
Yo, what's cracking?
Jesus Christ.
What's going on? Yeah. What's good?
Oh God, man. What's happening, man?
Man, you already know, man. Same old shit, just a different toilet. Respectfully.
So yeah, they saying, let's see what this guy got to say about it, man.
What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Now, we all seen the shock and horror, and trust me, it's disgusting, distasteful, and in my opinion, you know, all of these officers need to be locked up and brought up on charges. Now, this video release ain't even 24 hours old. I saw it. This guy, Robert Brooks, was not a good person. That's why he was incarcerated. Those that don't know the story of him, in 2016, this guy stabbed his girlfriend multiple times. I think they said it was 12 times in an attempt to take her life, I guess, during a domestic abuse. So I feel no sympathy for him being in the position of going to prison. But once you're in prison and you're commuted to your sentence, you have a right to serve said sentence, you know, to pay your debt to society, as they say. This guy was cuffed. He was beaten, humiliated, ragdolled. It's wrong. And you see it in the comment section. You see it all over. The New York district attorney got on there and talked. She need to be quiet because she sounds stupid. I'm going to tell you why. Let's go back and jump into it. I'm not going to show you the full video, but you'll see enough. I understand. I think I know what the motive was behind this. And from being incarcerated myself, you know, I'm going to just give my perspective. Take a look at this, and we'll come back and talk about it.
Once again, we begin tonight with the beating death of an inmate in a New York prison at the hands of multiple state corrections officers.
Yeah, we now have body camera footage showing what happened between 43-year-old Robert Brooks and those officers. This is Governor Kathy Hochul is calling for these state employees to lose their jobs. The encounter happening on December 9th at Marcy Correctional Facility. That's in Oneida County, located about 7 miles outside of Utica. Brooks died at a hospital the day after the assault, according to officials, on the morning of December 10th.
2.5 weeks after his death, the New York Attorney General's office today released body cam footage from multiple officers involved. The footage shows them attacking Brooks in the face, body, and neck.
Have caused the death of a civilian.
New York Attorney General Letitia James opened an investigation last week and on Friday released body camera footage from 4 officers' body cameras.
I do not take light.
Key Becker, 7
Go
News.
back, yeah.
You seen that sickness.
Go back. What was that?
I'm going to try to hold my composure,
What,
and I'm going to explain something.
You didn't see what she said?
No, I'm saying in the hallway, was that something different? Because I never seen that video before.
Oh, this one on in the hallway. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, there's something different.
Not been activated, we're told, by the officers wearing them.
Our senior reporter, Maki Becker, spoke with a law enforcement expert about that oversight today and explains how this case is already generating change.
But as Attorney General, I release these videos because I have a responsibility and duty to provide the Brooks family, their loved ones, and all New Yorkers with transparency and accountability.
It's shocking video, but there's something critical missing.
So
None of the video from the body cameras of 4 officers contains any sound.
The 4 officers had their body-worn cameras powered on, but did not activate them. So their cameras were recording video in standby mode without recording sound.
How could that happen? I asked Jeff Rinaldo, retired Buffalo police captain, now an executive at a security firm. He was in charge of starting the Buffalo Police Department's body camera program in 2019.
Just because the camera is on does not mean it's actually recording video and audio. That is left up to the officer to activate the recording function.
But why aren't body cameras on through an officer's entire shift?
You have to store video, and the storage of that video is expensive, and it also makes retrieving video difficult.
But he explained the body cams do have a built-in backup system.
When the officer hits the on button, the record button, it's going to capture 30 seconds before they touch the button, right? And that's designed for them walking down the street and suddenly I pull my gun and shoot somebody, and then I turn my camera on, and you're going to say, what the hell happened?
Ronaldo said one major question he has, what is the Department of Corrections policy about when officers are required to activate their body cams?
It's great to have the technology, but if there's not a clear understanding of when the officers are to record incidents, then the technology itself is pretty useless.
I've learned the Department of Corrections is already taking steps to enhance its body camera policy. Commissioner Daniel Marticello issued a memo to all state prisons, including the 7 here in Western New York, that, quote, it is the obligation of our correction officers to have their body cams activated and on anytime they're engaging directly with our incarcerated population. DOCS is also requiring daily audits while looking at other ways to improve oversight.
Anytime something happened to a son, man, they change everything. You talk about you get a quick response, huh?
But that's just common sense, because like when I used to interact with certain inmates that would give me problems, I turn my camera on. Cause I'm like, okay, just in case he wanna act a fool, I got evidence that this is how he's acting.
We got guys in the back, all right.
Who? Oh, really?
Brown Sugar said a black thug died. Black women look. She probably see her son in him. Shaking my head. Glad my girl Dominican. Oh, okay. Thanks for Thanks for
With Dominican girls wild too.
Welcome back, man.
I know, right?
Bylaw Code Latina says Brown Sugar said a black thug.
Oh man.
Go ahead.
Me too, bro.
What are y'all thoughts, man?
This man could have contributed a lot to society, and it's pretty fucked up that they beat him to death by kicking him in the nuts over and over again.
I have no empathy for this guy, man. But like I said, I think they OD'd on it. They just OD'd on it.
Man,
Crashed out on him.
Yo, look, man, fuck that nigga, dog. That's how I feel. Fuck him.
Looking like a fake
Marky Becker, 7 News.
You've seen that sickness. Now I'm going to try to hold my composure, and I'm going to explain something to you guys. I couldn't get this out of my mind last night. I kept looking at the video. Okay. We'll go with the motive first. I still think he was beaten before he was taken in there. Like I told you guys, when they first showed the video outside, you know what I'm saying? And his face was already messed up. They didn't hit him outside. He was already beat up and he was fatigued. That's why he fell to his knees and they had to carry him. Them cops did a number on him. I think, honestly, he did something with an officer. The big thing nobody's talking about is what made him get transported to an infirmary, you know what I'm saying, prior to them supposedly taking him somewhere else. Now, they could have searched him and all this other stuff, but usually you search before you get, in handcuffs. So when they sat him down, if you go and look at that video, his face was already pound caked. He was already bleeding. He was already messed up. When they got in that room, now it was a lot of people there. When they got in that room and they sat him down, because there were 2 sergeants on the scene. That guy that you seen trying to stuff gauze in his mouth, like they was going to torture him or do some type of interrogation to him where he could not scream. Try to shove a rag in his mouth. He bit his hand. And I know that to be true because the same guy that you saw going in there and he immediately started punching him, he bit his finger. That's why the sergeant started punching him, right? Later on in that video, if you go back and can stomach and look, that you heard him say he changed his gloves. He had black gloves on first. The black gloves, he bit through the glove and messed his hand up. They showed him over at one of the desks with his hand bleeding, trying to put the blue glove on his hand because he was bitten. Now they start fighting on him. Listen, there were 2 sergeants in the room. One of the sergeants was the one that you see putting the leg on him. He's the one that tried to put the thing in his mouth. He was the main one that was, I think he was the leader. He had the most rank. And if he's going gung-ho on this guy, what do you think the other ones are going to do? They want to get brownie points too to impress the sarge. The guy with the hat on backwards that kept punching him, you cannot tell me that guy's not military. The way they was doing him and throwing his face up against the wall and doing all this other extracurricular stuff while he was handcuffed, that's stuff they do to POWs in war. Some of these dudes is military. A lot of them get military type training when trying to go and enter the prison system. These are prison cops. And it's messed up how they did this guy. Let's be honest. Now, he's a piece of shit for what he did in the street. But while he's in jail and the man's handcuffed and you doing all this stuff, y'all choking him, all this.
What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, you got a point.
He's still a piece of shit in jail.
I mean,
still a piece of shit, yeah.
He a piece of shit, yeah, definitely.
But
I
yeah,
feel-
I guess they shouldn't beat people up like that, I suppose.
I feel like they ain't doing
I
enough.
would never.
Yeah, they deserve human rights.
First of all, what dumbass stick their fingers in the inmate mouth? I whoop his ass. Of course you gonna get beat, stupid ass.
Right.
They ain't doing enough, in my opinion. If a buck broke that nigga.
Okay. Oh shit. But
University of Alabama.
Niggas always crying for thugs, man.
Right.
Yeah, you right. You right about that. You right about that.
Yeah, that's a great point right there.
What?
They always crying for the fucking scum of the earth.
Yeah, but this guy, a lot of sons been in the prison. Like this guy been to prison. The last guy been to prison. Like
That's
sons are like the line between a black doctor and a black fucking criminal is thin.
Yeah, I mean, it's so many black people incarcerated, and everyone been incarcerated. Everyone got somebody.
Family numbers,
So
brothers,
so
cousins.
when you put a story out like this,
it's
of course
relatable.
it's relatable. It catches the attention of a lot of black people, and then like you said, this is white people on top of that. So it's like a double whammy.
Can we acknowledge how sad that is though? What he just said?
The thin black line.
The thin line, how think about how sad that is though.
Yeah, I mean
it's pathetic.
It is what it is though. Like if you look at all the stories we do every day.
The only reason I'm interested because correction officer, other than that, I want I want.
Okay, fine now. But with that said, and that's an interesting fact you just said, right? With that said though, I mean, would they they just go so hard for these dudes? They don't go hard for like the truly innocent some people. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's my thing. I would feel more sympathy if the energy was, more consistent. But it's always they love the thugs, but they don't care about none of the victims of the thuggery.
exactly, like this thug that was assassinated could have put a straight bullet in some doctor's window. Nobody would have really gave
Yeah,
it.
it would never.
It would have been like a 15-second soundbite in the news, if not 30.
It would never be this much outrage over that. That's why these niggas full of shit.
If they was black, because if you look at the energy when Tyree Nichols got murdered versus this, they're more upset about Brooks' death than they was Tyree Nichols. And it's like, I mean, they're both bad, but it's just.
Well, you gotta give it time because Tyree Nichols did kind of pick up steam though towards the end, didn't it?
Yeah, I think it took a minute.
But it took a long time.
But this happened 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but no one cared about Tyree Nichols anymore. I don't think no one really cared in the beginning.
I'm talking about before, like remember before the court and before like they got rid of a whole unit. And like a whole unit in the police department, they literally
This shit
In
costs the
Memphis.
department
Rip
money.
Scorpion Squad.
When officers do dumb shit like this, it costs the state money. It costs the department money.
Yeah, and here's the thing too. Like I will say this: Tyree Nichols, it happened in the street. This happened in prison. Tyree Nichols hadn't stabbed someone 12 times and shit. Like, so it was even though I think Tyrese Nichols was a problem child, he wasn't like
he ain't stabbed nobody yet.
He wasn't like yeah. So yeah, man, I pretty much, I think that we all consensus that, the cops, they made their bed. Unfortunately, they made their bed by.
They did the right thing. They just got railroaded.
The right and noble thing.
Yeah, no doubt.
When I hear of a Scorpion Squad, that's what I want to see them doing when they run down on these lawless sunmen. I need them to fuck them niggas up properly and righteously.
Get them out of the way.
That's what I need them to do. That's like, what was the problem with that, man? I thought that was their job. Fuck these niggas up.
What's their job?
Make sure you support the channel via PayPal, Cash App, with a super chat, guys. Make sure you we're not on Rumble today, but yeah, make sure you support the channel. Go ahead, Iconic from the Philippines, man. What do you think? What are the prisons here softer than the prisons in the Philippines? Or where would you rather be locked up, here or the Philippines?
Man,
in the U.S.
I mean,
in the U.S.
No, you
absolutely in the
you
U.S.
You got TikTok in the prison over there?
How do you figure that?
Because here you can die on your day one.
How so?
Because the police just hates the criminals because they are criminals themselves.
So when you say the police are criminals, are you like, do you mean that seriously, or you just just saying that they're prison because they break the rules of the prison? They break the rules of the prison.
Okay, so it's like this. We don't fear the criminal because we are also armed. We fear the police, the state, because they have more ammunition.
Here go a Philippine prison, man. We want to see the Philippine prison right quick, man.
It stinks.
Now remember, these people eat trash on the street. They call it pag. So they eat garbage even when they're free. So they should be able to handle this stuff on inside the prison.
Disgusting. At least I'm outside and can move around. Even if the work's degrading.
Ronil knows he can't sink any lower. He has to follow the rules. For he's never alone in here. Everyone sees him, sees every misstep. And every misstep is punished with food deprivation.
Come on. Get up. Get in line.
9 a.m. Mealtime is the high point of the day for newbies and the low-status prisoners. Bowl of rice with vegetables. The next one won't come for several hours. And they eat in the dark cells of South Cotabato Jail.
Most of these prisoners in South Cotabato are sand or Allahu Akbar people.
Oh, really?
Sandman.
Not Sandman.
Wow.
Sandman religion
Filipino
people.
Muslim.
Yeah.
This is
I know
the
they took
southern
that
Philippines. This is the southern
Yeah.
Philippines.
Everybody hit the like button, man. Smash that like button, man.
So the
subscribe,
prisoners in the U.S. are softer compared to the prisoner in the Philippines, because your prisoners sleep in a cell maybe by themselves, or worse is 2 or 4 of
one
them.
other
Here
person.
it's hundreds in one
Or
cell.
dorm. They have dorms in some prisons in America. So they
Yeah.
have the dorm style, and it's very, very violent. But as far as like this, no, it's
The
nothing like
living
this.
condition is hell. Yeah, in the Philippines.
A prison that is not only drastically overcrowded, it is also overshadowed by a hopelessness that affects everyone, no matter where they stand in the hierarchy, regardless of whether they can move freely, play basketball, or do something else. It's all just a distraction from the waiting, from the constant hope and disappointment. Almost no one here has been convicted. Almost all are awaiting a verdict. Hearings do take place every month, and with them lingers the hope that one's own turn will come, one's own turn to be free. But waiting for a trial and a verdict can last years, sometimes decades, if it ever comes to trial.
Wow.
Thank God I'm in America.
So, what most likely happened to Brooks is he did something so despicable that, yeah, he needs to be handled, and he deserved it, I think. But those guards, they are done for letting someone have their video activated.
I mean, what do they do to you in the Philippines if you do doogie on the prison guard?
They probably deserve what's coming to them because of that one camera.
But what happens if you squirt? What happens if you take piss, shit, and blood and pus and let it fester in a bucket
with
till
spoiled
it
milk?
ferments, and then spoiled milk, and then put it in a glove and then just squirt it right in the Filipino correctional officer's face when he passes your cell. What they gonna do to you?
You're dead the same day. You are dead the same day if you do that.
Wow. The same day.
Will come. One's own turn to be free, but waiting for a trial and a verdict can last years, sometimes decades, if it ever comes to trial. Those here the longest have been waiting for over 15 years, a psychological strain that not everyone can withstand. In 5 years, Janelle has already been summoned to a hearing 23 times, and every time it's been postponed. Every time the court was overcrowded. He wishes he could turn back time, give back the money he stole. The worst part about it, his wife is only a few meters away from him, also behind bars, in the wing for women, as an accessory to his fraud.
It's all my fault. My mistake. It hurts every day to know that my wife is behind bars from my mistake. We're both imprisoned. And what hurts even more is the thought of my children.
Shit.
My wife can't see them and can't take care of them. Our children are alone when they have problems. We can't help them. We can't contact them.
Damn.
Can't even give them moral support.
You can't contact. Yo, this sucks, yo.
Yes, but that sob story is worthless, because these criminals will kill you for anything, any small amount you got. So these people should rot there. Hopefully die sooner than, because we are paying for the food that they eat of our taxes.
Yeah,
that's
crazy, man. Him and his girl locked up. That's Rari and Rod.
Yes, because that's what they do. These are criminals.
Meanwhile, in America, like, can they not prosecute your, like, you can't even testify against your spouse in America.
Yeah.
I don't have sympathy for these
Can't be forced
demonic entities. Even Brooks.
Yeah,
Fuck him.
this guy's he's been to court 23 times, and each time they
It's
said
suspended.
the court's too
Yes.
crowded.
It happens all the
Imagine
time.
waiting. Imagine awaiting trial for 15 years. Damn.
God
You're
damn.
waiting your like first hearing.
I
You
can't do
never
anything
get in the door.
but wait. I miss my family so much.
Mahirap dalhin dito.
I can't take it anymore.
Talaga.
Sound like you ready to crash out.
That's what Iconic said. He could kill you at any
If it's
moment.
really that hard, then just kill yourself.
Janelle and
That
his
barbed
wife
wire.
are separated by less than 300 meters. Loveland
Oh, that
Bejes
stinks.
is also behind bars in South Cotabato Jail. The reason? She is accused of having known about her husband's fraud. They are allowed to see each other once a week, but they hardly ever see their children. They live too far away, are poor, and can't afford the trip to the jail. The other women are in a situation similar to Loveland. Most are in jail for abusing drugs.
This ain't what's that
This ain't
show?
it, man.
What's that show where they go
Orange is the New
overseas?
Black.
No, it's a show where they go overseas to
90 Day Fiance.
Married at First Sight or some shit, or what's that shit?
You talking about
90 Day Fiance?
90 Day Fiance. Yeah, this ain't 90 Day Fiance right here.
But they hardly ever see their children. They live too far away, are poor, and can't afford the trip to the jail. The other women are in a situation similar to Loveland. Most are in jail for abusing drugs and prostitution because of the fast money and the hope of somehow escaping poverty. But that desperation has driven them into an even deeper futility, into a hopeless waiting.
these might all be trainees too?
Yeah.
It's a lady boy problem over there.
Oh yeah. Salute to
Not as severe as
Pamela
Thailand.
Henderson. Salute to Pamela Henderson, man. Shout out to Barry B coming through. Salute to Deluxe 247, aka Cal Ripken, aka the real MVP, coming through once again. Yeah, I mean, I wonder if they let the lady boys stay in the men's prison or the women's prison. I'm sure they make them stay in the men's prison. Do they? Hold on, let me see. Hey, Pag. I mean, Iconic. Do they what do they do with the what do they do with the shapeshifters over there? What prison
What they do with the Rady Warriors?
Where they can get most action in the male facility, yeah.
Okay.
But you know what?
Jail in which desperation.
What's stunning to me is Brown Sugar, right?
Oh God.
She
What?
feels so sorry about Brooks. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
What
Okay.
you say? You
not
say
do that
Brown
to
Sugar
him.
gonna solve? You said you didn't like her view on the topic?
Yes. Because she feels so sorry about the poor baby angel Aladdin, Robert Brooks. I'm sure he did something so reprehensible.
Yeah, I heard.
You have to do that to him.
Sympathizing with thugs.
I mean,
Okay.
that's the
Call it what
possibility.
you
That's
want to
the
call it. I
closest
don't
to
give a
the
fuck.
reality that I can think of. Because they will not just do that to any random.
Iconic. Just call her a mammy, dog. We know what you want to say, bro. Just get it off your chest, bro.
Yes. You can't get the mammy out of the sunny stand.
Oh,
the sunny stand out of the
Don't,
mammy.
okay. Don't you got some trash you need to cook for dinner? Just thank you. Ass.
But
That's how you feel, Iconic?
You got mental control in this.
Hey, good luck.
Mental
And it's like
control
your
in this.
prisons in your country is shitty.
I
Your
know.
country shitty.
Jesus Christ.
You
I
come from
know.
you a shitty ass. You
You
come
got
from a
mental
shitty country and
control.
you jealous.
I know. And you can't use that against me.
All right, you
Because
come
I
from a
know,
shitty country and
and I
you're jealous.
acknowledge
Iconic. What is
you
your
don't.
response to
So
that?
that's why it's so painful when you hear the reality of things. But we still love you.
Good. All right. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, yeah. Iconic, you sick? You sick of Brown Sugar?
No, I actually miss her.
Mm.
Man, you just
Well,
call me a mammy.
That's fine. Take it like the real.
I mean,
I'm
Real
not
it was
taking that
I
shit. Look,
mean,
I mean,
it was a
I'm
constructive
saying,
criticism.
is he
call me
wrong?
whatever y'all want to call me. I don't give a fuck.
Constructive
I'm not
criticism.
wrong.
Is that what that was?
Honey,
Tell
I
me I'm
don't.
wrong. Tell
Honey,
me I'm
I,
wrong.
Oh,
I've been called a mammy on this show for years. I don't give a
oh,
fuck.
That's true. That's
That's
true.
called
But
pattern recognition.
She
You
is
heard
the
of that?
secretary, you know,
he's
the
consistent, you
VP.
know.
Yeah, she was
Yeah,
top cabinet.
our
She's
VP.
Oh, she's a
she's the
VP.
VP.
That's right.
Yeah, she's
the
the
Kamami
VP.
VP.
member.
So you know,
The
Oh
VP is
yeah, the
what?
Yeah,
year's
that's
coming
right.
around. We're gonna have to do another year end on January 1st. We're gonna do a year end show to determine
I'm gonna vote
the
for
new
Pat
president and
Pat.
vice president.
I'm voting for brown sugar.
The
President
throw
vice,
the
Backpack.
president out, yo.
the
Bring the
president of
president up.
The
wait, the
special
president of
Brown
what?
Sugar came back. Brown Sugar came back to
of the
campaign. She came
audacious.
back right before elections,
I
Wait,
man.
the
Ain't that
look.
shit?
I put a
Right. She ain't
Kamala.
no dummy.
wait the
Brown sugar
the
ain't no
president of
dummy.
what? The
All
Look,
president.
right.
Of what?
Black Nation.
I
Oh,
did
right.
just
Oh,
Yeah.
I
okay.
did just what Kamala did. I waited like the last 30 days right before the election, decided to
Yeah,
campaign.
but it ain't work for Kamala, man. People said
Yeah, she
they didn't
lost, bro.
know her. They didn't know her. They
It
couldn't they
it
couldn't
don't it
connect
don't
with her, man.
matter. It don't matter. She still did it.
And
Now,
I
lost.
hope I
now,
hope Pat win though. I'm vote for
Campaign
yo,
Pat.
Oh,
slogan is
oh,
maybe a mammy,
man.
but at
It's your
least I don't eat
turn.
no pag
Kamami
pag.
Harris.
Oh man,
I,
come here.
but
Oh, shit.
what's more violent though? Blackish in America or the Philippines? Like, who has like a higher murder rate? Do we know?
I
Do
would
you know,
bet money.
Pac-Man?
I bet money is Blackistan.
I
I would
Yeah,
bet
I
money
think it's
that's a good
Blackistan.
Blackistan.
bet.
I think it's Blackistan.
Yeah,
Niggas with
think about
It's
guns.
black.
I'm a bet on black. Yeah,
think about that. Third world country still less of a murder rate than the brothers. Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
If Memphis
yeah,
were a
man.
gun country, it'd be one of the top 10 most dangerous in the world.
I think
Jesus.
Memphis had like so far 295 murders, I think.
That's horrible.
That's pretty good. It was like
What?
300 and 400 like a couple years ago. So I think they killed
Things,
just about
The
everybody that need
bar,
to be
the
killed.
bar is
things
truly
are
in hell.
things are on the up and up, man. Let's be more positive next time.
Philly went down too, though. Philly went down too.
Yeah, Philly went down for sure. Yeah, salute
Yeah,
to Philly. Salute
Chicago
to
only
the
won
head.
600. We're doing pretty
Word.
good over here. Won
Salute to the
600 over
head.
there.
Salute to the head. Man, me in charge. Sherelle. Salute to her, man.
Man, that ain't her work. That's Krasner's work.
Salute,
Yo,
salute to
but but
Crash.
but but what about Latoya? How's Latoya doing in NOLA? I'm sure she's fucking things up still.
Still evading prosecution somehow.
I just want to say, Philippine jails might be down bad, but I know that at least they've got the lady boys over there so they could, get their,
I mean,
get
it
the
looks
rocks off.
relatively well organized. Rock, you remember that Madagascar prison where they were all the Sunmen were just stacked on top of each other?
That was Madagascar. I thought that was somewhere in Africa.
There was
Right.
definitely one in
No,
Madagascar. There was a couple.
there's that's how every
Madagascar
jail
is
in
Africa.
Africa is.
Yeah,
Right, that is
that
Yeah,
is
Africa, bro.
Africa.
yeah, Madagascar is Africa. I'm talking about like the mainland.
Yeah,
Same
the
what's the
Sunistan.
same difference.
Yeah.
I
What's
mean,
up,
but
Quick
Africa.
County?
I mean,
Man,
you got like North Africa with it
what
for the
like
Arabs
same
and shit.
same bro. Madagascar, Memphis, Philly. What's the difference? Sudan?
What's going on, Cook County?
Yo, what's
You there?
good, y'all? We got brown
What's
sugar
that?
back. What's the word, brown sugar?
The word is beautiful music. What else y'all want me to say?
Yo, Kirk County for president. Say computer.
Computer.
No.
Computer.
They fried chicken.
Beautiful.
Yeah, we gonna have to. Brown Sugar came back to campaign for her office, man.
No, I
I
did
see.
not. I'm good. Let the other ladies, they can win. They can do it.
Yeah,
Have y'all
One
had any?
on woman
Have y'all been
politician
having
hasn't
women
been
out here?
prosecuted.
Have y'all been having women out here?
This
The
year we
UK
had
queen. The UK queen.
what's her name? What's that lady's name from the UK?
Fuck, what was it?
Pantheon or something like that.
Yeah,
Pantheon.
yeah,
Pantheon, I
yeah.
think.
Miss
Yeah, she was
Bird
cool.
been
AP,
on.
AP, man.
Eh,
AP been on. She mostly she switch sides, man. She be on what's your face show now. She done gave us the stiff arm, man. AP don't fuck with us no more, man.
Who
She
social
probably,
be on?
What's his name? Chaotic.
CT.
Oh, she be over there sometimes. Yeah. So,
Yeah, getting cussed out and shit. She like it. She like thugs, man. She don't like nice guy, man.
she like it rough.
Yeah, man.
No, no,
Brown Sugar. I
I think
voted. I voted for you. I put Super Mammy. But it's no disrespect though. No disrespect.
That's fine, honey. It don't make me no difference.
No, it's not. I wasn't like
I'll
maybe you like
I'll
being a
live.
maybe you like being a Super Mammy. I don't know, but that's all I had to
Whatever.
pick one.
That's fine. I'll live.
Someone's got to do it right now.
Yeah, this sun turd athlete he went to the Philippines, man.
Prison, one of the toughest prisons in the world. A 6-meter-high double fence made of barbed wire surrounds the prison. Getting through it is virtually impossible. 10 watchtowers also surround the prison complex. They give guards a view of every meter of the fence.
I have strict orders to shoot any prisoner attempting to escape.
Shoot any prisoner or we're gonna kill you.
Some have tried, but so far, no one has managed to escape from this prison.
Think about that. No one has ever escaped from this prison.
I mean, why?
It's pretty good.
Heavily
Didn't Philly have like 3
armed
people
security.
escape in like 4 months?
Man,
Bro,
if we go to the Philly news right now,
Mississippi had like 10 people escape.
Yo, put this tiger on the job. You got it.
it's probably somebody that escaped today, man.
Guards at the entrance ensure that nothing can be smuggled into the prison. At the beginning of a shift, the guards search each other. Everyone is banned from carrying cell phones, cash, or cigarettes.
Guard search each other. Yeah, that sounds like a great system.
Despite all the checks, as in any prison, inmates still find ways to smuggle in forbidden items. So cell raids take place daily.
Okay, may galugan tayo doon sa...
Today we're searching Wing 4A.
Oh, these Manny Pacquiao looking niggas.
Your job is to secure the building and make sure no one can attack us.
Mga tao na nakapaligid sa
Guard the doors so no one can enter or leave the cells.
pinto para walang makapasok labas.
Understood?
Is that a sunman right there?
Okay, let's go.
Prison management determines when and where a raid will take place.
I like
Even
that.
the guards don't know beforehand which wing they will be searching. Inmates won't get any opportunity to quickly stash things away. ECAs also assist guards here. First, they clear the cell block. Every inmate is thoroughly searched. No one can sneak out drugs or weapons.
Ikaw yung pinakamayor, okay?
Cell leader,
Ikaw na maging witness natin,
you stay here to witness the
Tayo
search.
sa mga kubol nyo.
No one can then later claim that something was planted on them. The guards are looking for drugs, cell phones, cigarettes, and self-made weapons.
Ikaw naman, dito. Tapos lahat yung mga kontraband, ano? Para ma-ensure na
We check every inch.
nakatago dito, sir.
The wall, here,
Yung mga ganito
here.
nila. Pati yung mga
We search the cupboards
namin, pati yung
and under the beds.
binabaliktad. And
we check for anything inside the pillowcases
yung mga
or in their bedding.
chine-check din namin.
They often try to hide stuff in it.
Las pa nga to, sir.
The search is thorough. The Ika, in particular, know no mercy. If they miss anything, they could lose their jobs and all their privileges.
Yeah. So these are other inmates. God, dog. Searching your shit.
Okay, tapos na yung
All right, we're done.
Pull out, pull out. Wala na tayong...
We found nothing prohibited, nothing illegal.
Wow. Think about that, man. They didn't find, that's how strict that jail is. They didn't even find nothing. God, dog. Whew. Son, man, good man. We can't handle that, man. Do not go to fucking... Shout out to Jim Sefton, man. Across the pond. Salute to you, man. Make sure y'all support the channel. PayPal, Cash App, Super Chat. It's the only place you're going to get this, man.
Very good.
This wing is clean. Very good. Come on, everybody out.
Okay, pull out, pull out.
Nothing was found today. But the ransacked cells clearly demonstrate to inmates who is in charge in this prison. Whoever violates the prison rules will eventually end up here, in solitary confinement, known as Bartolina, a sparse cell with no bed or television. Minimum stay, 4 weeks. Kimberly, who is half American, has even been here for half a year, ostensibly for his own protection.
Oh, is that a son, man?
He got into fights with several other inmates.
It's really hard because you have no visitations. All of your privileges, they were gonna remove it from you. They are all walking around, they're playing basketball. Yeah, I get jealous.
Sound like you sound like you're already
supposed to play with them, but the thing is, I'm not allowed.
Kimberly has spent the past 6 months watching the others from afar, but at least he is sharing the sparse cell with 2 other inmates at the moment.
The first time that I been here, it's really hard for me, especially I'm alone here. That time I'm getting into crazy. Yeah, I'm talking to myself that time because I'm alone. I've been 6 months here. So that 6 months, maybe it's enough for me to, you know, to go out.
It remains uncertain when Kimberly will be allowed back in the regular wing. One thing is for sure. He will do everything he can to never end up here again.
It says he's American. It says he's American.
To avoid getting into such a situation in the first place, new arrival Rondell stays in his cell during yard time and starts making friends. One thing unites almost everyone in here.
The worst thing is being away from my family. I'm worried about my children. They're suffering because I'm here.
Yes, and there's absolutely nothing we can do about it.
Then it's time for cell chores. As a new arrival, Rondell has to do the most unpleasant and strenuous tasks.
We need to get water for the entire cell.
They're going to the water filling station on the other side of the yard.
We have to line up. Over there.
Does it cost anything?
No, the water's free. But we have to get water for everyone. From now on, you're going to have to do that every day.
The prison was first opened in 1940 and has never really been modernized since. The few water pipes to the cells.
The white man built them a prison, just like in Africa. The white man left, and they didn't fucking do one thing to fucking keep it fucking based.
Yeah, but that's good though. That's good though, because that's making them not not to want to go back there, but they
Yeah,
still do
yeah.
it.
Unwittingly, it's a good thing unwittingly, but they didn't. It's basically just like Philippine. I see why they say Filipinos are the Negroes of Asia and shit.
Are half
Is
gone
that true,
and the
Pacquiao?
water contaminated with
Is that true, Pacquiao, that Filipinos are the son men of the Tigers?
Um, Not really.
Who is he?
I think it's either them or I don't think it's them. I heard it's the Koreans.
I heard it was the
Nah,
Laos or the
it ain't the
Yeah, I would
Vietnamese.
take Cambodia.
Cambodian. I would say it was one of them right
I
there.
heard it was the Philippines because at least in Singapore they look at it like that, but also Indonesia too. They got a bunch of fucking
Which,
birds over there.
man, that's crazy, because I've never met a Filipino that was like violent. Have you?
Yeah.
Nah.
I mean, listen. Here's the thing too, though. Like when they say the sun turds of Asia, you got to think of Asia. So they probably like, you know what I'm saying? They probably just bad for Asians. You know what I'm saying?
They'll probably like rob you and apologize, and that's
Like
why they
all
was
these
going.
people here, yeah, all these people here probably would do better on an IQ test than the average Sun man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they probably rob
Yeah,
I
you
don't think
and
so.
bow.
that's not good.
The Filipinos will rob you and
Yeah,
bow.
their IQ is pretty low. Ak. I don't know. I don't think so on that. Out of the Asians,
Yeah. Filipino IQs are
No,
low.
lower than the Sun man.
I think the
I mean,
Sunman is
I live around them.
slightly.
There's a high
Yeah,
Wait,
population in Jersey of
okay.
we have.
Filipinos.
Are they
Yeah, we
violent?
have
Have
low
you met a
IQ.
violent Filipino? Have you ever met a violent Filipino, Mark?
Uh, Growing up in Irvington, they had their own little section. They weren't violent, but they weren't punks. I'll tell you that
No,
much.
well, that's
what
Yeah,
not that. But I mean violent though. I mean
I mean,
like gun you
put it
Nah,
like
down.
nah,
this.
they didn't. They didn't fight. They didn't just fight to fight for no reason. They had some code, but they
Yes,
weren't
yes,
punks.
When did the
yes.
Cambodians ain't
Let's
they the
say,
ones out there in the East Coast that's violent though? Ain't they in like
yeah.
That's
what's
in
that shit?
Boston. That's in Boston.
Yeah, Boston.
I
Yeah,
don't
Cambodia.
know. Yeah, I
There
don't
was
know
there
where
was a
they
Man,
violent.
study in
I'm
1972
The
that
Cambodians
concluded
maybe
that
are worse than Filipinos, but
I'm not gonna
what
lie
I'm
to you. I
saying,
doubt it.
Hold
we
on,
can.
hold on. What'd you say? What you said? The
it,
study in 19.
it
What?
concluded there, according to one study that's
Yes,
conducted
what
on
I'm
it, that
saying is
they
we
had an
can
average IQ
if
of
you
81 in the
try
Philippines.
to punk a Filipino, you should be prepared to get stabbed or shot or to get beat
Yeah.
up because Filipinos will fight. I mean,
I
even
see
though we
another
are
one that says
the
86.
center.
But yeah, it's around it.
And
86, 81.
what we're sending in the West are some of the worst that we have here.
So
Damn, we found an Asian group that's as dumb as niggas. That's wild.
No
they're
way.
slightly above average. They're slightly better than the Suns, but
Yeah.
they're still low in the IQ. But there are out of the female range, especially the hospitals out here in Jersey, a lot of them are nurses.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
So
Because a nurse is a good job. Nurse, listen, I bet a lot of them are au pairs too, man.
Yep.
Yeah. So let me move on.
Brown sugar in the bag.
Where do you get the inspiration to do this? Don't you like it? You're gonna sleep in one of the dark cells tonight. I'll book you a room in the dark cells, my friend. I met Cristiano when I was assigned the security of the assimilated blocks. When you meet people like Cristiano who help youngsters like me, it's uplifting. He is a good man. He is what we call Sutra. He helps a lot. Every time we need support, every time we get into trouble in the courtyard, he's always there to help. One has to respect the leader, because when you show them respect, you never get into trouble. If you don't respect the leader, you make things hard for yourself.
Life here can get rough for some of the youngsters. Not everyone has it as easy as I do. Not everyone can buy what they want, not even the necessities for them to survive. So I try to help these kids as best I can, and they help me in return. I feel more secure with people assisting me and helping me get what I want. When I arrived in here, it was truly a shock for me to be imprisoned. It was something I had never imagined, but I quickly got used to this new reality. I wondered then how to survive in this unknown jungle. I immediately realized that there are many more rules in here than there are outside. Here, you can't cheat, you can't steal, you can't beat people up. Fighting is not allowed, whereas outside, everything's permitted. Outside, you can do whatever you want. You get out, you want to steal something, you just take it. Then you get put in jail. But in jail, you can't steal. In jail, you can't cheat. Life is not easy outside, in the city.
This is an African jail. That white, that goddamn.
He's like running shit there. What the fuck?
Is that a Brazilian?
He's got the biggest brain, man. He got the biggest brain.
I mean, the closest.
And life
to
is not easy here, too. You need to know that there are good people and bad people. When you understand the hierarchy, you can get everything. We try to maintain this hierarchy in here because if you don't respect it, this place will become hell for you. So if you do respect it, and you try to find your place, you will find your paradise in this hell. It really is possible.
I am the leader at Cell Block C. I have 14 people working for me. They do everything I say. Cell Blocks B and A have nothing to do with C. We live here with criminals, robbers, murderers, rapists. We're here for 20 years, or maybe 10 years, or 15, or 20 years. So we've lost interest in going back to the city. If you hurt me, I'll take a knife and stab you and kill you.
Life in Block C is totally different from life in Block B. We don't get to live the same lives. The prison is the same, but lives are different. 5 years in prison for them is like 10 for us.
We are condemned to stay in here, among the 900 other Cell Block C convicts. Only those who do chores can go out. We don't do chores, so we don't go out.
This is bleak.
60 people sleep in this cell, sometimes 80.
That boy sweet in the middle.
$60 people live in a cell, sometimes 80.
Yeah, the Filipino prison didn't seem like that. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, Filipino.
They had no beds and shit.
Yeah, they had. I mean, it didn't. The energy is probably different there too. Like all those dudes are like 5 feet tall. All these guys are like 6'1", 6'2".
Yeah, they're harder to fit in one room.
Yeah, exactly.
The cell is very small. People often sleep on the floor, under the bajo. Others have to sleep seated. It's not easy. You often have to walk over people to go take a piss. Thank you. That's all I have to say. What we're sitting on is a bajo. It's where we sleep. Sometimes, when it's not well fixed, the bajo falls on the person sleeping on the floor. This causes a lot of trouble, as people are often angry in prison. When someone who hasn't taken a shower touches you, it annoys you. You get nervous. There are bad people too. They give you food in exchange for things they want from you. There are pedophiles. They continue to subsist here because of the food issues. They ask you to do things for a tiny bit of bread, just a tiny bit.
Talk about the color purple.
Dark cells, dark cells. The dark cell section frightens people. They are cells for punishment and newcomers, a prison within a prison. When you first arrive here, you have no right to walk around in the courtyard for at least 1 month, or maybe 3 weeks, because you're a newcomer. So they lock you in here. I am the cell leader. I need to have a good look at you. I watch people and get to know them. I decide when you can go out and when it's time for you to get back in. I'll tell you, hey, mister, it's time to get back in. You break the law, you go in there. You get 10 days without drinking, eating, or washing. You steal a cell phone, you go in there. Same thing goes for sex between men. We don't allow it in here. Homosexuality is banned. And if you do something wrong, we beat your ass up.
So basically, the white dude or the Brazilian dude, he run the other cell. This guy, he runs this one. So the prisoners run every. I haven't seen a guard yet.
All the things you see on this wall are no good. All of these things, one day, will get you back in jail. That's that. This is a dry tree. It represents treason. It represents your brothers who won't help you or won't be able to help you. You can lean on it, but it'll break. So you need to become strong on your own to live through your jail time. That's it. That's my way of seeing things. Here is a representation of men with wives. They tell themselves, I got a wife, I got a wife, I got a wife. But when you get in trouble, she leaves you. You need to be courageous. Being the lion, it's difficult. The difficulty is there. That, up there, is prison. My view of prison. Because getting in prison is easy, but getting out, it's not. So you have to get stronger, to grow horns, to blow fire before making your way out.
There are a lot of random white people photos pinned up on the wall in there.
Shit.
Pretty bleak.
Yeah, man. It sucks.
I think I'll take American prison. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm gonna do my best to stay out of prison in general, but goddamn, Philippines and West Africa definitely out.
Yeah, and this is a good prison. This isn't like the ones we seen before, man. I don't even want to show those ones.
This
The worst
seemed
prisons.
relatively peaceful.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
This
worst was
facility is so much better. Yeah, in West Africa.
It kind of gives you perspective, doesn't it?
yeah, man, shit. Um, let's see. Let's see what else is going on in this crazy country, man.
Tonight, a deadly gun battle erupts in Ferguson, breaking out right in front of police. Officers witnessing it all. Good evening. I'm Mark Maxwell. Robert Townsend has the night off. Right now, Ferguson police are still looking for at least 2 suspects after several people scattered and ran away from a chaotic gun battle. Annie Krall joins us now in the newsroom with more on what police are working to track down. Annie?
Mark, Ferguson police telling us just a few hours ago it was a gunfight with terrible consequences. Police arrived at the intersection of South Clark Avenue and Carson Road to find a man dead. Thankfully, no officers were injured, but police say they're looking for 2 or more suspects involved in the gun battle. Around 12:15 p.m. today, Ferguson police got a call about a shooting at the Schnucks Market in the 40th block of South Florissant. While they were responding, officers saw several people running from the Schnucks. They then found a disabled car at South Clark Avenue and Carson Road and heard more gunshots. Inside that car, officers eventually found a man killed after being hit by gunfire. Another man who was armed was taken into custody at the scene. St. Louis County Police telling us just a few hours ago at least 2 other people arrived at area hospitals for treatment of gunshot injuries. This is now being investigated as a homicide.
Or actually, our officers witnessed a gun battle taking place right here at North Florissant and Carson Road. Again, we found an individual deceased on the scene there, and 2 other individuals fled the scene.
New reaction tonight after the shooting at Desert Sky Mall in the West Valley. The mall is back open today after the shooting Friday night.
A teenage boy was shot and taken to the hospital where he is in critical condition tonight, but the shooter is still on the loose. Fox 10's Irene Snyder is live with details.
Right there, you know it's a son turd, man. If that was a white boy shot at a mall, man, there would be no way he would still be on the loose 24 hours later. No
Not
way.
a chance. Not a chance.
It's like, yo.
They would have
Details, Irene.
Well, hey guys, that teenage victim is still in critical condition in the hospital. But the good news is, according to Phoenix police, he is expected to survive. Taking a look at some of that video from last night, shots rang out just around 7 o'clock in the evening. Looking at that scene, there are dozens of police in the Desert Sky Mall parking lot. Most of the lot blocked off by caution tape for the night. Phoenix police say when they got to the scene, they found a teenage boy with at least 1 gunshot wound. The teen taken to the hospital with life-threatening injuries. Again, the good news is now they say they do expect him to survive. This is the second shooting at a Valley Mall within a couple of weeks. Earlier this month, Tempe police found a person inside a car with gunshot wounds at the Arizona Mills Mall. A teen and 2 others were arrested in that case.
Okay, so these might be on burritos, man. Tempe?
Yeah, Phoenix, good chance, right?
I would say so.
We did speak with some people shopping at the Desert Sky Mall today, hearing about all this violence. They say it worries them.
It's very worrisome that people cannot control themselves and they fix problems with shooting. Yeah.
Oh, maybe it is.
Not good.
And Phoenix police are still investigating the incident. We're waiting on more details about any potential suspects in the case. But again, we do know that the teen victim, they believe at this point, still in critical condition, but expected to survive. Make sure to stay with Fox 10 for details and the latest online and on the air. We'll send it back to you guys for now. Reporting live in Phoenix, I'm Irene Snyder for Fox 10 News.
48 Laws of Power by Rob.
Let me go back, man.
New reaction tonight after the
This one right here. This is an update right here.
Last 90 minutes, police announced that they have taken Kevin Holland into custody after searching for him for 17 hours. He's charged with killing Samori Hasmaddin, who was a DoorDash driver. The shooting happened at a
Remember the McDonald's? Yesterday, that we did the story that there was a DoorDash driver got shot by a McDonald's employee inside the McDonald's.
Oh yeah, that was a while ago, right? Maybe like a couple.
No, that was like
ago.
2 days ago. This is
Okay. That happens. Yeah, I mean, hey, it's all a blur, right?
Charged with killing Samori Hasmaddin, who was a DoorDash driver. The shooting happened at a McDonald's on Santa Fe Drive in Fayetteville. Holland worked there. WREL's Destiny Patterson, she joins us live now. And Destiny, Holland was close to that crime scene.
Police say that they found the suspect, Kevin Holland, about 15 minutes from where I'm standing, which is where that crime scene was. So they found him in Spring Lake, and it was the police department over there that found him and helped bring him into custody. Now, I spent much of the day talking to the victim's loved ones, and they described him as caring and friendly. They say that Samori Hasmaddin was a family man who was just trying to provide for his 4 children. The gloom outside matches the feeling of heartbreak.
It just feels like a dream.
Tasia Black still coming to terms with her new reality.
We were high school sweethearts.
The love of her life taken from her just one day after Christmas.
That's cute.
Fayetteville police say a routine pickup for DoorDash turned into a deadly confrontation. Investigators say McDonald's employee Kevin Holland ran away after shooting DoorDash driver Samori.
You said
proto-human.
You said he's cute, brown sugar?
Not that one, the light skinned one.
Employee Kevin Holland ran away after shooting DoorDash driver Samori Hasmaddin to death.
He didn't deserve that. He don't do nothing to nobody.
She calls him a hardworking father, now dead after trying to provide for his family.
He has.
What do you think about this guy? Just what do you think? You see this guy? You think what do you think happened here? The DoorDash driver and the McDonald's employee clash in the McDonald's in the to the point where the McDonald's employee pulls out a gun and smokes his ass. What happened here, man?
Maybe he misunderstood what he was saying at the counter, and it
This could be just
he got annoyed
they
with that.
look each other eye to eye, and then who has the biggest nuts hanging.
They could have had beef before because he probably go to that McDonald's, pick food up all the time.
Could be.
Could be, yeah.
Maybe he's like, hey man, can you hurry up a little bit? I gotta get this order out here.
Well, stare down.
My question is this, right, to Brown Sugar, right? The gunman, right? This story is heartbreaking. The 4 kids. That gunman, right? If the cops the COs happen to beat him to death, right? Would you feel sorry for him?
It's not me feeling sorry for the inmate. It's the fact that the officers, I hate to see officers stoop that low to the point now they're about to be behind bars.
Yeah.
Just like the damn inmate. That's the whole point that I'm getting at.
No,
okay?
and now they're wrong. I think they were wrong. But would you feel sorry for the somewhere?
I don't feel sorry for Brooks. I'm saying it's wrong what happened to Brooks.
Okay, so
let me see this
Brown
poll.
Sugar's growing, man. Brown Sugar's growing.
Shout out to Boston Shamrock, man. He says over 17 million 6'2" German gliders were one bad winter away from living space. They took on the world and almost won. Now our women wear the pants while we try on theirs.
Wow.
Brother wars broke us.
Wait, what's he talking about? Oh, he's talking about the small mustache guy?
Yeah, he's talking about yeah. I mean, listen. Yeah, y'all women wear the pants and they inviting in nothing but fucking military age Arabs and shit. That's crazy.
Yay.
Hasmaddin to death.
He didn't deserve that. He don't do nothing to nobody.
She calls him a hardworking father, now dead after trying to provide for his family.
He has kids, and they will never see him again.
The nature of that confrontation, still a mystery.
I don't even know the man. I don't know that guy. He don't know.
The nature of the confrontation still remains a mystery. So nobody in that McDonald's is talking.
Bullshit.
If McDonald's ain't that big to where they could have had the type of argument that lead to an employee pulling out a gun and nobody seen.
Yeah, no. The cops know. The cops know what happened.
Unless it happened outside.
Nah, it
though,
happened in the store. It happened inside.
Oh,
yeah, the cops know what happened.
A mystery.
I don't even know the man. Like, I don't know that guy. He don't know us. I don't know him. I've been with Mo for years. Never seen that guy before in my life.
The rain seems to feel her pain.
I'm so used to being able to call him whenever I need to, or just text him when I need to, and when I can't. I ain't never do that again.
Now she clings to their times
sad.
together and their 1-year-old son, who she says reminds her so much of his father. Holland is being held with no bond at the Cumberland County Detention Center. His next court date is scheduled for next Monday. Destiny Patterson.
Okay, have
Yo,
you been to Memphis lately? I'm sorry. Have you been to Memphis lately?
Nah.
You need
Wow.
you need to
yo,
go there and look at that store. It's something similar to workers at Kroger this shit
mm,
fuck it. But warehouse. They got the fighting.
Oh, we
yo,
did that. Yeah. No, I
Oh,
did
okay.
that.
Yeah.
That was
Oh, you
the
already
coach.
did
The
that one.
coach.
Oh,
yo,
okay,
yo,
okay.
real quick, man. Just imagine this, right? Imagine me and you, right? Say me and you are cops, right? And we're partners. We're detectives, right? And we got this scene right here, this McDonald's, right? So we're detectives. We go in there. We look at the camera. We look at the beginning and the end of what occurred. Then not how like senseless it is, right? And then we do it again tomorrow, and we do it again the next day, and every day after that, of just some people killing each other in such a fucking irrational, violent manner, right? What are we supposed to do with that? Are we supposed to just ignore our lying eyes?
Uh, I mean, I'm sure you get desensitized to it. I
Yeah.
mean, look, it's got to it's got to be to the point where it's like we talked to some of them, and they're not racist. They don't see any difference in the races, and I'm like, remember that one guy? He came on here. He was like, he didn't see any. He was like a cop or something, and
Yeah, his
Yeah,
neighbor's race
Mike.
and son. Yeah, but I'm
yeah,
saying though, I like imagine the footage from that McDonald's in this incident. Can you imagine how what a mind fuck it must have been just to see him like all right, get there, talk. There's an argument. Pulls out a gun, lays him out, leaves. You know what I'm saying? Or what? I mean, think about. I
I
mean,
wonder if he
it's
clocked out. I wonder if that dude clocked out.
right, right. I'm just
Or
saying, man. I mean.
did he go clock out or did he just leave, man?
Right, right. Does he get paid for the day still? Those are good questions, man.
Yeah, man.
But I'm just saying, act like I get that was, and you should all even those detectives that I described, right? They obviously should be professional, no matter what. But you gotta have some grace on them if they happen to think that some people are different.
I don't think anybody like doesn't really feel, it's all about saying it and also being able to. I think very few people. I think some people think that with just skin color is like the only difference, but I think also too, like since Elon bought Twitter, like the amount of people who believe that something's wrong with some people is like quadrupled, man, on social media, man. So I think that the people always felt that way, but they just couldn't say it. Let's see. Yeah, this is the stab, and that's the one. Yeah, that brother was a coach, man. He was a coach, man. He got.
Oh yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah, he told the guy to come fight in the corner. He said, Let's go in the corner and
He was
fight."
the
Off.
aggressor, but he pulled his the guy's ski mask, scully over his eyes and
Yeah,
all that shit. Yeah.
Dudes get killed for less than the stand.
yeah. I mean, he got poked up, man. I ain't gonna lie, man.
He
Like,
slit his throat.
yeah.
Mm.
So he made sure he was dead. Um, shit, man. Let's see. Man. Give me a city, man. We do a city before we get out of here, man. Salute to
Memphis.
everybody.
Brown
We
sugar
just
now.
did
Go Memphis.
Memphis. There ain't really nothing that we ain't seen in Memphis, man. We did so many Memphis stories the last couple of days.
No, y'all good. Y'all
Nah,
gotta be in
leads.
Memphis.
Nah,
We
leads.
did. They don't have no new stories yet, man. We did too
What
many new
about
stories.
What about
Jackson
Houston, Texas, or
or
something?
Houston? Yeah,
Albuquerque.
H Town.
Yeah, I do Jackson, man, because Jackson is yeah. Let's see what's going on.
Jackson, Mississippi.
Yeah. Uh, um,
Africa.
Oh, breaking tonight, 5 months after a deadly shooting at a Jackson gas station sparked outrage from city leaders, a suspect is finally in custody. Police say they arrested Adrian Sutton around 5:30 today on Liberty Street. He'd been wanted for murder since late July for a shooting that happened at
Evers Boulevard.
the Texaco gas station at Medgar Evers Boulevard. Jacoby Austin was killed. That shooting led to some city leaders calling for that gas station to be declared a public nuisance. It also sparked the Jackson Police Department to launch Operation Gas Up, Guns Down. Just days after the shooting, when police
Why do they always punish the gas stations? Like,
Yeah,
I
man.
don't understand that. Like, they can't control the people, the outside world. Like,
Poor
that'd be
Sandman just
ridiculous.
trying to do business, and
Yeah, he just
this
trying to sell his
proto shows
beer
up and
and
shoots someone.
gas. Yeah, I mean, he can't control what Adrian did.
It's a sign that they're at their wits' end and that they've pretty much tried everything. Like when you've tried everything, you do stupid shit like that. like hold on, wait a second. Maybe it's the gas stations, bro. Because we've literally sunk billions of dollars into this shit and tried everything.
Well, not everything, but I feel you.
Yeah,
Like
almost everything. Everything within the Constitution.
It's like they're trying to do everything
issue of
but
law enforcement
increase the
arrest,
sentences for
they arrested
these people.
Yeah, but no, they did that. That's what because they decreased the sentences. Remember,
Yeah, but
that
they're
was the
not
woke
trying to.
shit.
Yeah, but it's like they're
They
trying
already
to
tried.
prevent.
They already
Yeah, they're trying to
tried
prevent.
sentences.
I don't know. It's like they don't want black. They say they don't want to incarcerate black men, but it's like don't look at it as incarcerating black men. Look at it as incarcerating criminals.
Well,
It wasn't
yes.
the
I mean, I don't think you understand what like you just said, Brown Sugar.
No, I'm saying like, cause not every black man a criminal, right? So
Right,
if you just look
but
at it
almost
like
every
I'm just,
criminal.
if you just incarcerate criminals, then that's what you're doing. If the
what is
criminals
it, like
that's so
33% of black men were in prison at one point?
well,
One out of every three.
those
One out
are
of every three
criminals
goes to prison.
though.
But one out of every three brother goes to prison. Doesn't they get convicted or something like that? One out of three brothers. And obviously, yeah, I agree with you, Brown Sugar. However, if they were to be tough on crime, a lot of brothers are going to jail. A lot of the inmates are going to be brothers. Well, more than now, even shit.
And this okay. Because we're still getting criminals off the street. I can't help that the people that's going to
Mm.
prison is black. It doesn't matter.
You know what? I'm taking away that Mammy title from Brown Sugar.
Yeah, I think
That's
that's a
not
general viewpoint around here.
that's that's real talk, though. I agree with you, Brown Sugar. You're right.
Everyone, make sure you support the channel via PayPal, Cash App, or Super Chat. Yeah, I think that like you said about the gas station, it's just like people people are stir crazy like over black people, like whoever the legislators, what I'm saying, they stir crazy. They just throw shit at the wall, man.
DeCaria Hawkins for being an accessory after the fact of murder.
And this is a black city, so this is like literally every single person in power in this city is a center.
Yeah,
Um,
like they didn't they was like Memphis pull over majority of black people. And I'm like, cause it's a black city
yeah,
with black cops and a black mayor and a black city council and a black police. Like it's a black city. Of course the people you're gonna pull over the most is black. Duh.
yeah, and
That's
every
the
black
problem.
person. Yeah, every black person in that city as a male is literally like a potential murderer. Like, there's no black guy in Memphis that couldn't, that is like, it's just off the charts for him to kill somebody. Like, you could just be like, he'll never kill anybody. Like, every black male, like, it's just like DC. Like, every black male in DC could, given the right circumstances, be a murderer.
And I'm not
But you
lying.
have to.
I'm not lying. I'm not exaggerating. I know probably growing up in Memphis, I probably know like 200 murderers. And like
Well, what do you mean
300
200?
like people, like I went to school where I work with, people I just know throughout my life that turned to murderers.
Like 100, right? Not two.
200. And I know probably like 200 people that got murdered. Like, I'm not lying. Like, it's so many, like, just throughout my life. It's just, I don't know. It's sad and it's scary and it's fucked up. But
Crazy.
Yeah.
I just saw somebody on the news on last week that murdered somebody. I know him.
Oh shit.
And I would never thought he'd do that, but he a murderer.
I believe you. I 100% believe you, because it's like, if you think about like going to school, like everybody in the school, let's just say most of the people in your school. Yeah, you're gonna a black school, like say the school got like 500 people in it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody grow up and shit. Now you, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, then you go to another school with 1,000 people and everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
And then you go to a college, and then you go to work, and then you just in the neighborhood, and then
exactly. Yeah, over the years, yeah, you could do that. I try to stay away from niggas though as much as I can, because it's like they niggas is trouble, man. Niggas, they
burritos too, man.
just, yeah, no doubt. I'm sure they are, but
and
not
trashy white people too,
like
with the messed up teeth and the greasy hair, with
I
the
live
messed
around
up
them, man.
skin.
I live around them. That's what I live around. King of the Hill characters, man.
No, these not King of the Hill. No, these, I'm talking about
Howard.
No, I'm talking about what's that place in where the white people be stuck on crack and stuff, just stuck in the middle of the street on drugs.
Talking about
Kingston.
Yeah, them type of white folks.
People don't kill nobody.
Yeah, they don't kill nobody. They just get all you do is kill themselves.
They just look scary.
Yeah, but they're not. I mean, they're not necessarily.
Homicides and
violent,
non-fatal
though, right?
shootings are at a historic low heading into the new year.
Another city, man. We got Philly, Baltimore.
Homicides and non-fatal shootings are at a historic low heading into the new year, while Mayor Brandon Scott touts his gun violence reduction strategy as part of the reason.
He about to be.
How the hell is he still mayor?
Yo, these songs killed each other off. Like, that's the only explanation for this.
I just said that.
Dead.
I just said that about Memphis. Because we had 295. I said, I think they just murdered. They murdered everybody.
That's gotta be it, man. How else do you explain this? The violence interrupters? Nah.
Oh, they stole their money.
Listen. I think that they did get a new prosecutor though here. I think the prosecutor has something to do with it. Philly, they reduced their shit with the same prosecutor. Larry, let him go, Larry. I think though it has something to do with just letting police do their job too, and but we'll see what they say is.
Behind that decline, others are pointing to the partnership between City State's Attorney Ivan Bates and Maryland U.S. Attorney Eric Barron.
See,
don't think we're not listening, because we have this partnership. This partnership is only getting stronger. It's only growing, and that we've now been able to show what we can do.
When Barron first took the position, he made it clear his office was going to be involved in the crime-fighting efforts in the city. This chart shows the spike in homicides right before Barron announced his Al Capone style of prosecution. From then on, the numbers of murders dropped each year. Tonight, we're taking a closer look at the impacts the partnership is having on the city.
Just 3 days left in the year, Baltimore police are investigating 3 shootings from Friday. One of them fatal. A 21-year-old killed in West Baltimore just after 2 p.m.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for being here and being patient.
But despite the latest shootings, patience is paying off when it comes to homicides and non-fatal shootings.
Homicides are down 23% from last year. Non-fatal shootings are down 34%.
According to the latest data from BPD, there have been 197 homicides, down 256 from this time last.
Yeah, I mean that's huge. That's huge. And then also the non-fatal shootings is huge too, because it's not just bad aim. Like all the shootings are down, so they're doing something right.
Last year, and 409 non-fatal shootings. That's 212 less than this time last year. Mayor Brandon Scott pointing to his initiatives.
We know I laid out our ambitious and very comprehensive violence reduction strategy years ago.
But also acknowledging partnerships, two in particular.
Our partners in the State's Attorney's Office, the U.S. State's Attorney's Office.
Baltimore City State's Attorney Ivan Bates.
Now, I know I talked about on January 3rd to bring your toothbrush, so since you don't have it, I brought it for you today.
And U.S. Attorney Eric Barron.
We're taking our violent crime approach and strategy to the next level. So pack an extra toothbrush.
That's the mayor. That's the U.S. State's Attorney for the state, and that's the governor.
Yeah, that's the governor.
Niggas
He's
talk
woke.
about is racism.
The governor is woke.
Yeah, no doubt. But it's like racist, and even the Congress person is black. It's like the fact that like when anything goes wrong it's racism is insane. The fact that white people let them do that shit, you know what I'm saying? Like white people ain't got enough kahunas to be like, look, motherfucker, it's all, y'all the only ones in charge over there. But now that they doing good, they all gonna fucking, you know what I'm saying, tip their cap and fucking take their victory lap.
Toothbrush. Both men forming their own partnership, and both men sitting down with Fox 45 last month.
Could never have been done without Eric Barron.
That sit down on the same day as they announced the indictments of 4 separate criminal organizations after a 6-month-long wiretap.
That we were afraid could have been Brooklyn Part 2, that we were able to stop before it happened. We took those individuals off the streets.
In the Brooklyn Day mass shooting, 30 people were shot, 2 of them fatally. Through the wiretap, 65 guns were seized, and several planned assassinations avoided, while legal experts weigh in on if the mayor's GVRS is behind a reduction in violence.
There's no indication whatsoever as a criminal defense attorney that practices in Baltimore City that GVRS has any impact on the street.
Whatever's behind the decline, as the year comes to a close, these 2 partners appear to be a driving force.
We are not playing, and that we are listening, and that we're going to come for you, and we're going to hold you accountable.
We will hold you accountable. Get an extra toothbrush.
I'm Mary Bubala. Thank you for watching. Here's another video for you to watch. Also,
what is the toothbrush?
So corny. Yeah, that's so corny.
Yeah, to go to
And also, let him go, Larry. Is he also Juice Crew?
Larry, what's his last name? Larry?
Yeah, he is. He is.
Yeah, he's woke.
That's a Juice Crew, right?
Woke, yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
Finding a pathway to success over the years has proven difficult for many Maryland public schools. But as Project Baltimore's Chris Papps explains, one elementary school in Garrett County is showing what's possible by getting creative outside the classroom.
Is this low or
your county gave you that proclamation?
Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it? It affirms that what we do is important.
It's now been more than a month since Project Baltimore first told the story of Crellin Elementary in Garrett County. And the response, according to Principal Dana McCauley, has been overwhelming.
Absolutely, yes.
McCauley says she's received emails and messages from viewers all over the region, congratulating her on Crellin's success or offering to be part of it.
I think people see what we're doing and they have a passion for something that's connected to what we do and they want to share it. Come on in. What comes next?
Crellin is a title.
Oh shit! Ain't no black kids.
No wonder. I'm like, okay, this is a good story. How the hell how did they do this? This is remarkable. And they showed some glider babies. Okay. Now
Yeah,
it
they
makes
poor though.
sense.
These glider babies are poor though. So like, it's like, how do you make a poor school? How do you make the kids do good at a poor school? Let them be poor white kids. That's how you do it. Shit.
Oh my god.
Meaning, it has a high
When
concentration.
she said, I should have known when she said that people from the community congratulating her and helping and want to come help. I should have
I
known
thought
something.
she was talking about some people. I'm like, damn, that's
Yeah.
what's up. And it wasn't us at all.
Nah.
No.
Absolutely, yes.
Macaulay says she's received emails and messages from viewers all over the region congratulating
Yeah, nah, that ain't how it roll, man.
school, meaning it has a high concentration of students living in poverty. Maryland has more than 1,400 public schools. 464 are considered Title I. And last year, Crellin was the only one that earned a 5-star rating for education.
The only one. The only, oh God. Jesus Christ.
They went house to house. This is what they did. They went house to house. You got any poor white kids there? When I go to
Right.
Krellin?
Right. Jeez.
Excellence from the Maryland State Department of Education, the state's highest designation.
They're gonna hang around. They're gonna want to know why all these people in these big old white suits are down here.
When we visited Krellin this past fall,
They're gonna be curious.
its unique approach to education was obvious.
We usually start with an N so we can move them around. That beautiful capped honey.
Krellin was built on top of an abandoned coal mine. Over 20 years, the entire school community, students, staff, parents, neighbors, worked to clean it up and restore the land. Today, there's thriving wetlands.
That's what they do. They build. They thrive.
It's a perfect example
That's what
of
gliders
our
do.
hydrosphere living with our biosphere.
Krellin also has its own agricultural program, all of it maintained by the students, who now have a stake in their school's success.
It's much easier to teach somebody who wants to be taught than somebody who doesn't want to be taught. And these kids want to do these things.
And this school's
Oh,
success.
dog whistle. That's a dog whistle.
Earlier this
That's a dog whistle.
Yeah, dog whistle. Yeah.
What a racist Karen.
Dog whistle.
DE released its
Yeah.
star ratings for 2024. And for a second year in a row, Krellin earned 5 stars.
I love that my staff, is being acknowledged for their work in my community.
You would encourage other schools.
Guess what's coming next? Y'all don't have enough black kids there.
Yep, I was just about to say that they're gonna get jealous instead of just trying to model after her and see what can they do to
They can't
improve
though.
their school. They're gonna get jealous and say, "Well," and no, they're gonna get mad when all the real smart black kids leave their school, so their test school is gonna go down, and yeah,
Listen,
they're gonna
they're gonna say there's not enough black kids in Krellin, and that white lady, this white lady right here, gonna be say, okay, well, we need to go recruit some black kids, and they're gonna bus in some black kids. Of course, they're gonna probably want to test them and shit like that. But
they're gonna say that's racist.
But they're gonna bring some black kids into the school. Trust me, and it's gonna be the same thing. It's gonna be the same thing it is everywhere. It's gonna be the same thing it is everywhere. They're gonna bring some black kids in. I guarantee you.
Is being acknowledged for their work in my community.
You would encourage other schools to try to do what you're doing?
Sure. Yeah. It needs to fit their community, right? It needs to fit their place. It needs to fit where they are.
You heard it? She said, she didn't sound so sure about that.
Schools to try to do what you're doing?
Sure. Yeah. It needs to fit their community, right? It needs to fit their place. It needs to fit where they are.
Not every school in the state can have a
So she's
hemlock forest
basically
and a
saying
trout
it will not work with every other community.
She's
Yeah, of
saying,
course not.
yeah, she's saying like it needs to fit for the black kids because black kids not gonna play with no bumblebees, and
No.
yeah, we're not finna touch that.
Yeah, and then plus you gotta be still, and you gotta pay attention, and you gotta have kids that leaders that want to learn. Like the black kids is gonna be like the smart black kids are gonna be, kind of like ostracized and looked down upon. So the kids that the other kids are getting their cues from are gonna be like, losers and shit, and
It's
fucking
not.
thugs and
It's
shit.
not even that. The smart children, the smart black children that will pay attention, won't can't learn anything because the teacher gonna be too busy giving his or her attention to the bad black children that's
Yeah,
yelling and just gonna eat up the classroom time and nothing's gonna be done and it's just gonna be a mess.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, definitely. Um, you gotta take a bunch of like fucking gremlins and like try to like build a fucking garden, hydroponic garden with a bunch of fucking gremlins and shit. It ain't, it ain't the same as doing it with kids that just can sit there and listen and be still, and you know what I'm saying?
Black
Like,
black people get mad when I say white people built this country. And then they say no we built and I'm like no we everyone pitch in but I'm like no but white people like really truly build the country.
yeah, they built every country though.
Yeah,
Like we saw with the
yeah.
jails in those other countries,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
built
but I'm
every
saying
country.
like, yeah, I'm talking about in America, and they get mad when I say that, but I'm like, I mean, don't I mean, just be happy, be thankful
Yeah,
that they built this prison system, and
yeah,
where you get if you get beat up, hey, they gonna get held accountable. You see what happens in Africa?
yeah.
That's what we're
13 white
saying.
men.
That's what we're saying, Brown Sugar. People likes to hear lies, and if they hear the truth, they get mad, right? So it's all the way around. It's like that. When you tell them the truth, they will get mad. They will not accept it.
Salute to my man Cool Cat, man. He says they gonna get the black tax, a bunch of black kids. Facts, man. Any final thoughts, guys?
It was nice being on the show. I don't know when I'm have time to come back on, but it was nice talking to you all. I did not know you did a super mammy poll on me.
Huh? What you talking about?
The mammy poll.
There's
I
a
didn't know.
poll up?
Yes, and I didn't know what
Oh
anybody
wow.
was talking
I
about
don't know
until
how
I
that
got
happened.
kicked. When I got kicked off and I saw what the hell you did, you wrong.
No, you know what? I think one of my moderators went behind my back and put that poll up. I was like, you know me, bro.
And
You
then
know
people
me,
kept
bro.
like, then the numbers was changing. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah,
They
man.
just
Whichever
playing
one
with
of you
you.
moderators did that, man, I'm taking your wrench, man.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah. Don't
yeah,
do Brown Sugar like that, please.
yeah, man. Especially on our first day back, like, god damn, man. Y'all
Yeah,
cold
with Brown
blooded.
Sugar here. Mhm.
Um, yeah.
Thank you for letting us spew the the love that we have for the Juice Crew, and I hope Satan, just like Nick Tao, I hope Satan have a special place, um, a fireplace where he can pit roast this Juice Crew in hell. Yeah, that's it.
Any
Where
final
they
thoughts?
belong.
Yeah. All right, man. Um, same black time, same black channel. Out of here. Peace out.
Good night.